right, man. Let's get this thing going. We lit, we live. Prayers up, blessings up. Let's see who pull up in here, man. We lit, we live. Let's see who pull up. See who pull up and put it in park. Prayers up, blessings up. We lit, we live, man. Megan, what's good? What they do, man? Sky, what's popping? Tom, what they do? Prayers up, blessings up. We lit, we live. Let's see who pull up and put it in park. Well, I got about an hour and 20 minutes on this live. Teresa, what's good, man? I seen Teresa just join the presentation. We got the last Eat What You Love and Way Less Reprogram presentation on Monday. It's a free presentation where I'm going to be explaining how the Eat What You Love and Way Less Reprogram can help you lose the weight you want to lose without giving up the food you love to eat. Because, I lost 100 pounds. If you don't know me, my name is Jabez Israel. I lost 100 pounds. This was me in 2014. I lost the weights, but I did it still eating the foods that I like to eat. I wrote a book about it. I'm a 2-time best-selling author now. We've helped thousands of people lose weight. It's crazy. We touch millions of accounts now on a weekly basis. And now we developed a weight loss community and a group coaching program that's lit. I mean, we got automations and all that. Like, it's just exciting to be where me and my wife has been able to bring it. And shout out our team too, Chesko and Gabby and my sister-in-law Tamika. Is all of us. We put this reprogram together to be able to bring it to the public. So it's launching on the 25th. It's going to be a group of people that I take through a reprogramming to bring awareness of how we don't have to give up the foods we love to lose weight. You know what I mean? And it's really not that hard. So I'm gassed up about it. If you want to register for the presentation, it's free. Seats are limited, but if you want to pull up, feel free. I got the link underneath my profile picture on all platforms. If you want to register, feel free. And then I'll just be, I'm going to be giving out 3 secrets in the presentation. I'm going to be, giving out game and then presenting the offer as far as the coaching opportunity and the weight loss community for anybody that want to take advantage. So that being said, we about to get this thing going, man. Puzzle, what's up? What they do? Where can I purchase your book if you're in the Bahamas? If you're in the Bahamas, I don't know if Amazon is in the Bahamas because we got the book on Amazon. I prefer to sell it off our website, but we don't ship to the Bahamas yet. You can get the ebook off our website, or you can get the physical copy probably from Amazon. I don't know if Amazon is in the Bahamas. If not, you'll have to just get the ebook. And I got the link for the ebook underneath. It's in the same link underneath my profile picture. If you want, it's the same link as if you want to register for the reprogram. That's my Linktree link. The trick with the rainwater worked for me. I love to hear that. And you know what? That's a good segue into what I'm about to do, because we're going to be talking weight loss in a minute. But before we do that, we got some stuff going out there in the garden. I got compost going out there. You can call me Jabez Mango Seeds. I got a goal to bring over 1 million fruit trees to America, and I'm not playing. Marlissa, I just seen Marlissa join the presentation. Looking forward to seeing you in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be giving out fruit trees. I've already given away like 20 fruit trees, mango trees, mamey trees. I got about 15, 20 trees sitting right here behind my house right now, ready to give away. It's just we've been so busy with this reprogram. It's just a lot going on. And we got 5 kids and we got a life on top of that, trying to at least. We've been so busy. That's another. Anyway, so I've been getting into agriculture, which the title of this live is called the Naturalite Lifestyle with Jabez, because some people think I'm a vegan. I'm not. If I want to eat meat, I'll eat it. I lost 100 pounds still eating chicken, steak, fish, all that, ribs. I lost 80 pounds eating the animal flesh. In 2020, I started cutting back. Now I haven't eaten chicken, I think, and it's been probably a year and a half. But if I want it, I'll eat it. I'm telling you right now. You feel me? I'm not one of those like, I'll never eat it again. If I feel like it, I'm going to do it, man. But I don't feel like it no more like I used to. Steak, I probably ate steak 4 times this year. The point I'm trying to make is people think I'm a vegan. I'm not. I'm a naturalite. I created a new category, but why I don't consider myself a vegan, because what I don't like about I don't got nothing against vegans. Let me be very clear. It's just within the definition of the term veganism, I don't agree. I like how they don't eat animal products. I respect that. But I don't like how it's not in the definition that a vegan can't eat heavily processed foods or chemicals. I don't like that. I don't agree with that, because what I've noticed is there's vegan friendly options that are laced with chemicals and heavily processed. And I'm fully against that. So that's why I can't consider myself a vegan. I'm not eating all that processed, all them chemicals and all that. Like, for example, like an Impossible Burger. If you read the ingredients of an Impossible Burger, go online and look it up. The Impossible Burger, that I don't know if they still sell it at Burger King, but they sell Impossible. But if you look up the ingredients that was in the Impossible Burger sold at Burger King, it will blow your mind. So that's why I created a new category. And a Naturalite is somebody who believes in being aware of what we put in our mouth, chew up, and swallow. And we choose, to sum it up, we choose to eat natural options that we're compatible with, or as natural as possible. But a Naturalite must be aware. That's the founding principle of what it is to be a Naturalite. And then it goes deeper than that, but that's just to sum it up. And so I say this. I'm about to crack open this watermelon and eat this for breakfast in a second. But in the meantime, let me talk about these herbs that's right here. So we got some, this is some Cuban oregano from out of the backyard. This is some oregano from out of the garden. This is some sage from out of the garden. This is some mint from out of the garden. And it's some ceraseed growing around. I don't know if y'all never heard of ceraseed. If you never heard of, y'all do me a favor. Y'all tap the screen. If you ever got any value from anything I've ever done, tap the screen. Chevelle, I just seen Chevelle register for the presentation. I'm looking forward to seeing you in there. Tap the screen. YouTube, smash the like button for me. We got 300 and almost 70 people on the live and 11 likes. If you could smash that like button, because the only reason why I'm asking, because it boosts up the algorithm, and I want to help some people lose weight, and I want to help some people have a mindset shift that'll be beneficial on this live. I got about an hour and 15 minutes or so on this live before we got to jump on a call. But I want to give out game. That's what I'm doing right now. But I never watched the live, but I'm all into this one. Oh, LaShawn, what they do, man? So check it. Check it out, LaShawn. I was just about to ask y'all something. If you never heard of ceraseed, drop a 4 in the comments. If you're unfamiliar with this herb right here, ceraseed, drop a 4 in the comment. Let me see who I could put up on some game. I want to know who he is. Mo, what they do, man? Ray, what's good? Bruce Lee, what's good, man? Pear, Jay, what's good? Okay, Love, I see you, Love. Okay. Afu, what's good, man? Lisa. Okay, I see a lot of 4s. That's like, well, this is called ceraseed, right? So this, I never seen this herb until I moved to Miami. The first time I heard about ceraseed, it was from a Jamaican. The Jamaican was talking about the ceraseed, how the ceraseed is good for the common cold. Like their grandma put them up on, like they used to, like the way he was explaining them ceraseed, like it's good for everything basically. You feel me? Shout out, it was my stepbrother Jermaine back in the days. He was telling me, he was from Kingston, and my dad married his mom. They been since broke up. But Jermaine was wild, but that's a whole nother story. Like super wild. He knew how to make bombs, and he was like really thugging for real. But Jermaine was shot out. But that's a whole nother story. His mom was extra shot out. She was a Dunn out of Kingston, and they was wild. But the point I'm trying to, shout out Sean, just joined the presentation. The point I'm trying to make is Jermaine was the first one who told me about the ceraseed, and when he was telling me, I was like, bro, you act like ceraseed is like it could cure AIDS or something. He was like, it might can. But anyways, this is ceraseed. Why I got this right here. It grows up down here in Miami and in the tropics. You'll see it growing up fences and growing up bushes. If you start, this is what it looked like. If you look at it close, the leaves look like this. And another thing that you'll be able to tell, that you could tell is ceraseed, it got these little, like, like little springy. You see how it look like a little spring? That's like when you see them little springy, that's all over the vine. It's a vine. And you'll see it got little yellow flowers on it. And then it grow these little fruits that they're orange. I wish I would have had one, but it's like they're like spiky and they got these red seeds in them. It's like a big fruit, and you can eat them seeds. They're kind of sweet and bitter at the same time, and they're medicinal for a lot of different things. Now, so this is Sarah seed. Now, why I'm doing this is because my wife, she on her period, right? And every herb right here is good for menstrual cramps. And you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, probably like 5-6 months ago was the first time I tried doing this, what I'm about to show you. But it works. Because when she get on her period, I tried it. And I gave her this, I'm about to make a drink out of this. Watch how I do this. And I'm going to give it to her. And it makes her cramps go away. Like, let's say her cramps are on like a 9 or 10, like in pain, it'll bring it down to like a 3, is what she tell me. So Sarah seed is good for a lot of things, but it's good for reducing menstrual cramps. All right. Mint leaves, come to find out, is also good for reducing menstrual cramps. Sage, come to find out, who would have known? Also good. Oregano, like oregano that we eat, like, you know what I mean? Also good. Who would have known? And this is another plant. It's called Cuban oregano. It got different names, but it's like the most common one down here that I be hearing that this plant is called Cuban oregano. I got it grown in the back. It grow like a weed. Like once you put it in the ground, you can literally break a branch of this off and just stick it in the ground. It'll grow and it grow out of control, grow fast. But it smell amazing if you smell it. But look also, so I'm putting all of that in there. Usually I don't do this. You feel me? Because I don't want people to get it misconstrued and be like, oh, Jabez, what is Jabez, like a herbalist? No, I'm just, I'm learning as I grow. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it real with the process. I don't feel comfortable giving out that type of advice. Like if anybody got health issues, I'm not the one. I direct you to people who I believe in and who really do this. But, my lane is weight loss. But I just thought this was interesting because I just wanted to do this on this live for just this part of the live. I'm going to show you how I make this this drink just because I thought it would be interesting, and I was going to do it anyway. I was going to make this give it to her, and then I was going to go live with this watermelon. You know what I mean? I'm going to break this thing open. We're going to be talking weight loss. But I was like, well, let me just do this. You feel me? So I want to be clear about that. My lane is weight loss. I'm an expert weight loss coach. I can help you lose weight, still eating the food you love. But this is just an interesting little side note. If you're interested in how to make this this herbal drink to bring your menstrual cramps down, drop a yes in the chat. Tamika, I just seen Tamika join the presentation. I'm looking forward to seeing you in there, Tamika. It's going to be lit. The last one is on Monday. If you want to join the presentation, I'm going to be explaining how we can help you lose the weight with our reprogramming weight loss community. I got the link underneath my profile picture. It's free to register. I'm going to be giving out game. Crystal, I see you, man. But if you want to know how to make this drink, I'm seeing the yeses. Joyce, King, I see you. Aunt, I see you. This is good, especially if we got any men in here that's in a relationship. I'm telling you, your cool points will go up through the roof. If you do this and give it to your girl and she drink it and her cramps go down, she's going to look at you like, what? That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you. Watch. So look. Watch how I do this. Now, I got this. It's like the name will come back to me. But it come with this. It's a mortar. I think it's called a paste and mortar, right? And you can crush things up with this. Trina, I just seen Trina register for the presentation. You can crush things up with this, right? But I crush up garlic and all type of herbs in here. And I don't want to get the garlic and all of that flavor in here and with these herbs. So I'm going to use this. It's going to get a little loud for a second. But just to let you know, I'm going to crush it up in this. So this is what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to ball all of these herbs up like this. I'm going to cut this ginger up. Drop this ginger in here. All right, and then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna beat this down into a paste. Give me a second. I'm just showing you in real time how this looks. I'm gonna fumble. Hold on. Watch this. What I'm doing is I'm mashing this all the way down. The first time I did this, right, I made a tea out of it. So I took all of that before. I did that a few times. I made a tea out of it, right, with all of these herbs, and I boiled it down and I gave it a tea, and it helped, but not a lot. And then I forget how the idea got into my mind, like, let me crush this up. Let me crush this up and add the water and just let it all get in the water and see without cooking it. Because this way we don't cook down the essence of the herb. I don't know if I seen something about it online or something that got into my, I said, let me try this. So when I tried it this way, it worked way better. It worked way better with like bringing her cramps down. We got Sarah seed. Look how it looks so far. We got Sarah seed. We got oregano, Cuban oregano, mint, ginger. I think that's it. In here right now. So I'm just mashing this down. So this is gonna release all like the juice, like all the like the nutrients, like the oils and everything. I told my wife, I say, you know what? And this is a recent development. I say, you know what? These plants is starting to call to me. Like I'm not like exaggerating. I'm like, because I'm into like documentaries and just learning things and just I'm into like how other cultures live around the world, and especially cultures that are like Native American, and like how our ancestors lived in Africa, and like cultures that like are just more in tune with nature and how they utilize nature. I'm into that. But it's like a thing like a shaman, like or like the village shaman. They're like they'll pick people from the village that the shamans see in them that they're a shaman, and they take them out there in the nature, and then they put them to the test to see if they can communicate with the plants to be able to be aware of what plants to use for what. It's certain people that got it. And I'm like, I was telling my wife, I said, I think I'm a shaman. But I don't know yet. Like, you feel me? I don't know. But like, I'll be looking at plants and I'll be like, I wonder what that do. And I'll be like, I wonder if that's good for, and I'll look it up, and then sure enough. Like oregano, we got oregano back there, and I was like, I wonder if oregano is good for the common cold, because I had a cold. And I look it up, and sure enough. Like I say, I'm learning as I grow, man. Like, you feel me? I'm just... Now look. Check this. Now watch what I do. Watch what I do. All right. Now I'm gonna drop a little spring water in here, and I'm gonna mix this up. I want this to be kind of potent. I'm not gonna mix it with too much water. So I'm giving this to my wife, just, you know what I mean, to help her cramps go down. And watch how I do this. Watch this. Like I say, my name is Jabez that lives right here, man. I got a goal to help over 1 million people get down to their natural body size and stay there for life. This is an example of the Naturalite lifestyle. You feel me? A Naturalite looks to nature for the answer. I believe that the creator of all of this was very, 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 very smart. I believe the creator of all of this was a pretty smart individual as I look around. And who could, if you, let me drop a yes in the comments if you agree that the creator of all things must be pretty smart. Say I put agreed in the comments. Put agreed or drop a yes. Let me see who agrees with me on this one or if it's just me. They got to be pretty smart. If they created air, water, like all the elements, all the things we can't see, if they created our body, and our body is actually composed of over 100 trillion individual working cells. If they created a cell that's actually created of over 100 trillion atoms, one cell has, look it up. One cell has over 100 trillion atoms in it. One cell, and our bodies have 100 trillion. They got to be pretty smart. I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna take a jump. I'm gonna take a how do you say it? I'm gonna take a jump onto the edge and say they might be smarter than the scientists that we have out here nowadays. They might. The creator of all things might be a little bit smarter, and the answers might be right out here in nature. You know what? I'm gonna get a bigger glass. Look at this. If you could smell this, and it's funny, if you could smell this, right? It smelled kind of like, it smelled like medicine for real. Like it kind of smelled like when you taste it, it kind of tastes like aspirin almost or something. Like it's weird. Like, so there it is. There it is, fresh out the backyard. All we got is some ginger. Ginger, the only thing in here that I got from the grocery store is ginger. I got the oregano out the back. I got saraseed out the back. Look at this. If you think this is pretty interesting, drop some fire emojis in the comments. Matter of fact, no. Drop some little herb, like drop like some leaves, like the little herb leaf emojis. Go in your emojis and drop like the little leaf emojis in there. Let me see who pulled up and put it in park. I'm telling you, if you don't believe this will work, there it go. G Gab, I see you, man. Drop the little leaves. Zenta, I see you, man. There they go. Kumar, what they do, man? Excuse me, Kuma, what's good? Yeah, drop the little leaves. I see you. Blu-ray, what's good? Zach, what's popping? I see y'all, man. So look, I'm telling you, look, if you ever want to experiment with this, I just gave you the recipe. Try it and see for yourself, man. Try it and see for yourself if it works. I'm about to get this to my wife, and then we about to get into this thing, man. Hold on one second. Hold on, I'm coming right back. Hold on. That thing strong? It's good? So, all right, check this, right? Check this out. So, what time is it? All right, I got like an hour. Oh, matter of fact, I had more time than I thought. I got like an hour, 15 minutes on this live, left on this live. So what I want to do now is, I want to talk weight loss, right? So, and I want to be very clear about this. The way that I like to help people lose weight, because you might if you don't know me, right, and you just getting on this live, this was me in 2014. I was 100 pounds overweight, and you might get it misconstrued to think I'm like what's to say, like all I eat is just fruits and vegetables or something. Like, I'm honestly going in that direction, but I'm never going to let myself forget where I come from. And let me explain. So what I'm saying, like, right? This is what I'm saying, right? As I look around the landscape of self-development and people that and people out here that are trying to, help people out. First off, I'd like to say I respect everybody that's in the lane of trying to help people out, right? I respect everybody that's doing it. But what I'm noticing as I look around the landscape, there's a heavy amount of people that are like kind of like more towards the vegan lifestyle. You got to get off the animal flesh. A lot of people are on, like, a lot of people believe that you got to count your calories, portion control. There's a very big belief. I noticed that exercise is vital when it comes to weight loss. If you've heard these things and there's a part of you that believe these things, drop a 4 in the comments. Let me see who pulled up. Let me see, because this is, well, I'm going somewhere with this. You feel me? Because I don't want people to get it twisted because I'm cutting open a watermelon like, oh, Jabez is, he's a vegan and he only eats raw fruits and vegetables. Drop a 4 if you've ever heard that. Wanda, what's good? I see you. Mo, what's popping? Cali girl, what's good? Floyd, what's good? Okay, big cool. Okay, so check it, right? And so here's the thing. For me personally, when in 2014, when this was me, not only did I, back then it wasn't so much, vegan wasn't that big of a word yet. Like, vegan was kind of just charging up in my reality. But I was hearing vegetarian. It was like the vegetarian thing. And to be honest with you, I did not think it was smart to be a vegetarian. I thought that was like, you're not going to get your protein, bro. Like, you finna get sick. Like, humans are supposed to, like in school, they taught me humans are omnivores. Like, we're supposed to eat a mixture of like fruits, vegetables, grains, meats, dairy. Y'all remember that? Drop a yes in the chat if you was taught that in school. It's like they got the food pyramid. If you ever seen that in school, it's like a pyramid and it got like the different food groups. Drop a yes in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. Okay, Mo's seen it before. What they do, Mo? Keyshawn seen it. Okay. Kay, Cali girl, I see y'all. Cam, what they do? Blue, what's popping? Tara, what's good, man? Okay. Big, what's good? Cam. So I believe that. I believe that it made logical sense to me. And me personally, I liked chicken. I liked steak. I liked ribs. I liked all of that. As a matter of fact, I was eating it every day. You feel me? Like, I was taught like a balanced meal was a meat, a vegetable, and a starch. You know what I mean? And so I just believe that. And so the point I'm trying to make is, as I look around with like the vegan explanation of things, it's kind of like, I don't want to help people to lose weight with that advice because I feel like I'm going to miss the opportunity to help people that don't believe we're not supposed to eat meat, but 2, just want to eat meat. They don't want to stop. Like, it's not going to happen. Like if somebody has it in their mind, like, look, I like burgers, bro. I like steak, man. You coming over here trying to tell me to stop eating steak and burgers and chicken. And, it's going, because there's a lot of people out there like that, like, look, you got to stop with the meat, stop with the animals, stop. And it's like a person that's thinking like how I used to think, you're not finna talk me out of it, like with all this stop. I'm looking at you funny. If that makes sense what I'm saying, drop a 4 in the chat. If it makes sense, because I'm just being real. If it makes sense, drop a 4 in the chat. Korea, I just seen Korea join the our weight loss presentation. I see the 4 dropping. Wanda, what they do? Mary G, what's popping? Callie, what's good? Okay, so it's all right, cool. So that's why I had the approach that I have, because I literally lost 80% of my body weight still eating meat. And so if that wasn't the case, let's say I lost 60% of my body weight because I stopped eating meat. If that was my truth, I would be saying that, because I would say, look, this was my journey. I stopped with the meat. I lost 60% of my weight. That would be my truth. And so I would be, listen, I'm not finna try to sugarcoat things in this situation, but I think it's very interesting to know I lost 80% of my body weight still eating meat, for what it's worth. So now I believe, now I have became I literally transformed my body, my mind, my spirit. Everything has transformed over the last 10 years. So now I believe different than I used to. But I'm not going to never let myself forget who I used to be, so I can help people that are in the same position that I was in now. I hope that made sense. All right, so that being said, let me cut this open because I want to answer some weight loss questions. I want to explain. I want to give out some game and explain. Hold on. I just thought about it. I don't want to use this cutting board because it hold on to like onion taste, and I don't want to get that on this watermelon. I'm glad I just thought about that. I'm finna cut this. Cut this watermelon open. Oh, there it is. So that's another thing I want to talk on. Another thing I want to talk on is how many y'all, because there was a lot of people talking, and I'm going to get the questions in a minute. I'm going to set this thing. Let me set this thing up. How many of y'all have heard that if the watermelon don't got no seeds in it, don't eat it? Drop a yes in the chat if you ever heard that one. Keep it real. If you heard, if the watermelon don't got no seeds, don't eat it. Drop a yes in the chat. Okay, Keyshawn seated, G Gas seated. Okay. I know the yes is going crazy on YouTube, seeing what they do, man. D, what's good? Brew, what's good? Rich, I see you. Kaylin, what's good? Charlie, I see you. Camp. Okay, the yes is going crazy. So check it, right? I feel like I haven't been hearing it as much this year as especially like, it seemed like it picked up big time like in 2020. Like during the pandemic, I started seeing it everywhere. Like if your fruits and don't have no seeds in them and they GMO, you gotta not eat them. Well, here's my opinion. I think that's good advice. But also, how do I say this? For example, there's people that I know that bought that hook, line, and sinker. They bought that. Listen, if the watermelon ain't got no seeds, I'm not eating that. Right? People that I know now, I have a watermelon. Hey, you want some? Bruh, they ain't even got no seeds in it, man. I ain't eating that. You don't know about that? That's GMO, right? I'm talking about people that I know. I got the watermelon without the seeds. I'm saying, hey, you want some? Oh, you don't eat the watermelons with no seeds. All right, cool. A few weeks later, we riding around the city or whatever. Might be smoking one or whatever we was doing back then. And next thing you know, we pulling up to the drive-thru at McDonald's. And I'm like, wait a minute, what they about to? Hey, bro, what you want to get? I'm straight. Yeah, let me get a number 2. And I'm like, hold up. So I'm like, wait a minute. So you won't eat the watermelon without the seeds, but you'll eat McDonald's though? I'm like, wait a minute, what? So wait. Where's the logic here? I'm trying to understand what's going on. I don't understand what's going on right now. I'm confused. I'm confused. So you won't. Okay. So basically, you must believe the seeded watermelon worse than McDonald's, or the seedless watermelon worse than McDonald's. That's like, okay, and I'm saying this for a reason, right? And I'm not trying to be slick to anybody that might have done that, but I'm just saying sometimes it's good for us to look at. It's good for us to look at the whole picture. Like another one is how many people have ever heard that sea moss helps you lose weight? Drop a yes in the chat if you ever heard that sea moss will help you lose weight. If you ever heard that, drop a yes in the chat. Because I remember I heard that like people were selling the sea moss like it helps you to actually lose weight. And like a whole bunch of other things, like it help you with your health and I see the yeses dropping. Doja, okay. So with the sea moss, I see y'all 100. What they do, man, Nima. All right. So it's people I know now. It's people I know. We got the sea moss. They like, hey, you ever did the sea moss? It's nasty, but man, it's good for everything. And you want to try it? I remember when I first started hearing about it, like. So I was like, yeah, I'll try it. And I thought it was nasty, but sometimes things that are good for us don't taste good. And some things that are bad for us taste good. So I'm aware of that. So I'm like, okay. So now I'm eating the sea moss with a few people that I know in real life. And a few weeks pass. Next thing I know, they walking in the house with a Wendy's bag, and they pull out old double stack baconator with the fries and the Coca-Cola. And I'm like, wait a minute. So the point I'm trying to make is that I do my best. It was crazy how one of these little seeds can make a whole watermelon, a vine. One watermelon seed can actually make a vine that produced 20 watermelons in optimal conditions. One little seed like this can make 20 of these. Ain't that crazy? That's what I'm saying. The belief, I see this all the time in the comments. I see this all the time. Healthy food costs too much. Cause if you ever seen me in the grocery store, in a post in the grocery store where I show one option and I show the ingredients and then I show the other option, drop a yes in the chat if you ever seen one of them posts that I put up like that. Drop a yes in the chat, because I want to make this point. I think it'll help somebody. If you ever seen a post where I'm going to the grocery store and I'll be like, I might talk about rice or whatever. Sunday, what they do, man, and then I might say how it's enriched and I show the ingredients and I show another option that I switched to that's still rice that actually helped me to lose weight. And so this is why I say I help people to lose weight the same way that I lost weight. I still was eating the foods that I like to eat. I just had to learn how to identify a better version of the foods that I like to eat. I see all the yeses dropping. That's dope. That's love. So look, when I do those type of posts, it's very common that at least one person in the comments will say, yeah, but the healthy option costs too much. Some of us can't afford that. And I get it, because I used to think that way. But this is why I say we got to be careful with false beliefs that can be in our mind, and they're in there for a reason. You know, I used to think healthy food costs too much because how much food costs at Whole Foods, because of some experiences that I had. But here it is. Look at this. Watch this. Just in this one little scoop right here. Watch it. Look at this. And there's one little scoop right here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seeds, right? These 5 seeds, potentially, this seed can potentially grow a watermelon vine that grow 20 watermelons. This one also, this one also, this one also, this one also. So that's 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 watermelons right here in my hand right here. Right? So the point I'm trying to make is, right, we've been so programmed to go to the grocery store to get the foods that a lot of us don't even think how to take advantage of all the free resources that's out here. This was put here by the creator of all things for us already. We can grow it from the elements for free. There's people growing it and taking the seeds out and regrowing it and getting wealthy. Generations, they've been selling watermelons for generations and are extremely wealthy. Because look at this, in these 6 seeds, that's potentially 120 watermelons right here in this. And I only took this much of a bite out of this whole watermelon. You could take 10 watermelons and you'll have to have probably 20 acres to grow all of them. So Now I get it, like, bro, everybody's not in a position to be able to do all of that right now. I understand that too. But the point that I'm trying to make is, for example, let me give you an example. Look, because really I want to help people lose weight, right? I'm launching the Eat What You Love and Weigh Less reprogram, right? It's a weight loss community, and it's a 28-day process that I'm personally going to take a group of people through to have a mindset transformation from feeling like eating healthy is a mission to feeling like eating healthy is easy. Let me ask y'all a question. Let me see who I can help on this live. If you're on this live and you would like to lose some weight, put me in the comments. Put me in the comments. If you on this live and you would like to lose some weight, drop a me in the comments. Let me see who I can help right now, because I'm about to get into it. Drop a me. Put me in the comments if you would like to lose some weight. All right. Archangel, what they do, man? Charlie. Mid, what's good? Pressure P, what's good? Okay, Dage, what's good? Okay, TJ, what's good? I see y'all. Patricia. Nice. Okay, nice. So this is good. I'm finna give y'all a game right now in this live that you can put to practice right now today and start getting results. But the point that I'm trying to make is, right, also, I'm doing a presentation on Monday. It's gonna be the last one that I do. In this presentation, I'm giving out 3 secrets that compose the Eat What You Love and Weigh Less reprogram. And then I'm gonna give an offer for our weight loss community and 28-day group coaching process that I'm gonna take this group of people through. We already have a group of people that paid and that are in it. We've been marketing this for a few weeks. Monday is the last day to be able to get in. So I'm doing a presentation. If you wanna register, it's free. I got the link underneath my profile picture where I'll be giving out the 3 secrets, and I'll be giving the offer to explain the group coaching opportunity and weight loss community for anybody that want to take advantage. It ain't no pressure. But that group of people will be the founding members for the Eat What You Love and Weigh Less reprogram and weight loss community, because I want to build out a community of people that are all losing weight at the same time, following these simple principles. You get what I'm saying? And so anybody that want to register, feel free. I got the link underneath my profile picture. So a part of my reprogram in the way that because I coach people one-on-one, we've helped thousands of people lose weight. We've helped people lose over 100 pounds. We got all type of testimonials during the presentation. I show video testimonials and all that. But the point what I'm trying to make is, I built out the reprogram on 4 pillars. The first pillar is mindset. The second, this is for everybody that say they got to go to lose weight. This is important. First pillar is mindset. Second pillar is food choice awareness. Third pillar is liquid choice awareness. And the fourth pillar is a system of accountability to make sure we stay on track. Right? So why this is so valuable is I build it out to be simple. So in my opinion, the most important pillar, Henry, I just seen Henry join the presentation. Looking forward to seeing you in there. Brandon, I just seen Brandon join the presentation. Looking forward to seeing you in there, King. The most important element of a transformation starts right here in our minds. If you could agree that the most important aspect of a transformation starts in our mind, drop a yes in the chat. Kizzy, I just seen Kizzy. Yvette, I seen Yvette join the presentation. Looking forward to seeing y'all in there. Sonia, I'm looking forward to seeing you, Queen. Danique, I'm looking forward to seeing you. If you could agree that transformations, Darcia, I'm looking forward to seeing you in there. Starts in our mind. Drop a yes in the chat. I'm seeing the yeses drop. Deborah, what's good? Elite, what's good? Yolanda, Life, I just seen Life join the presentation. I wonder if that's really your name. That's actually a live name, Life. Have you ever met a Life in real life? Carcil, that's actually, if that's really your name, that is a live name. Susan, I just seen Susan join the presentation. They're coming in like this. It's crazy. Nancy, I seen Nancy join the presentation. Life is a live name. If you've never met anybody with the name Life, put me in the comments. Let me see if I'm the only one, because I'm tripping off this. Because, people put aliases. Maybe it's an alias. But if it's really your name, that's a good name, Life. Have you never met a Life in life? Like, imagine you meet somebody and you're like, what's up, Life? That's live, man. Oh, man, I almost want to have another baby and name it Life, man. Mary, they're coming in. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. Nelson, that's a live name. That just threw me off my concentration. It was so live. What was I just about to say? Where was I? Oh, mindset. All right. So I was talking about mindset, right? All right. So there's people that think like how I used to think, and that healthy food costs too much. All right. There was a situation in my life when I had an epiphany. One, I just showed how really food is free. All we got to learn how to do is grow it ourselves. But that's a process, and I'm aware of this. So we got to start from where we're at. How do we start from right here where we're at? All right, so we got to be very careful believing that healthy food costs too much. Because when I believed that, what happened was I just kept looking for the food that I felt fit my budget. So when I went shopping, what I was doing was I was looking for the cheapest options. That was my focus point, was the price. Mary, Aunt Arnie, I'm seeing the registrations coming in. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. And for the people that register too, Monday's the last one, and we can only fit 1,000 people on the Zoom. So I would suggest getting there early, like 5 minutes early into the Zoom, just to make sure you get your seat. You know what I mean? And we can only get 60 more people into the actual reprogram in the 28-day coaching process, because it's a team of 5 of us, and we want to be able to give everybody personalized assistance through this whole process. So we're capping it off. We can only get 60 more people in there, just so you know. I'm gassed up. It started on the 25th. It started on Tuesday. We're launching this thing off, man. You feel me? And I'm guaranteeing results. I'm guaranteeing that you're going to lose 5 to 10 pounds or more in 28 days, or your money back, as long as you do the simple accountability work. 15 minutes a day. It's not hard. And it's going to be a group of us doing it together. It's lit. You feel me? But I remember it was a day, because the first thing when I first started on my weight loss journey, as far as the part of it where I started losing weight and it just gradually kept coming off, and I didn't reverse and gain it back and gain more, because I did that for years too. I would lose the weight and gain it back, lose the weight and gain it back plus some, lose the weight and gain it back, lose a little bit, gain it back plus some. I did that for a few years. But in 2014, I got on the path. So the first decision that I made, right? JP, I just seen JP join the presentation. Looking forward to seeing you. Was to stop eating fast food. That was the first decision that I made, and that was my best decision. Because why I say that the fast food decision was my best decision, it wasn't just because of the fact that it was fast food. It was more psychological. Christine, I just seen Christine join the presentation. I used to believe that fast food was the whole reason why America was overweight. Tony, I'm seeing the presentations coming in. If I'm not catching your name, my apologies. We live on 5 different pages right now. Everybody say what's up to each other. We live on 5 different pages. We live on 2 TikTok pages that I got. We live on YouTube. Everybody say what's up to YouTube. This is the YouTube phone. And we live on Instagram and Facebook. You feel me? So the first thing that I decided to do was give up fast food, right? So I decided to do that because I believe fast food was the whole reason that America was overweight. If you ever thought that, drop a yes in the chat. If you ever felt like fast food is the biggest problem in America as far as weight concerned, like fast food is the biggest problem, drop a yes if you ever had that thought. Could see if it was just me, because I really believe that. Rhonda, I see you. Mimi, what's good? Hez, what's good? I'm talking about false beliefs right now that make logical sense. One false belief that I had was fast food was the whole reason America was overweight, and the whole reason I was overweight. Another one that I had was healthy food just costs too much, man. And so, Nathan, what's good? I seen Nathan join the presentation. Looking forward to seeing everybody in the Eat What You Love and Way Less reprogram presentation on Monday. It's our last one that we're doing. It's a free presentation to explain how our weight loss community and my group coaching program can help you lose the weight you want to lose. I'm going to be giving out game and all of that. It's on Monday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. If you want to register, the link is under my profile picture. But I stopped eating fast food, right? And I had it in my mind that, okay, why I was able to do it was a list of reasons. I actually go more into it in the presentation, the psychology behind it. But the main thing was I had the thought that, you know what? If I want to eat a burger, I'll make it myself. Or if I eat it at a sit-down restaurant, I'll eat it there. But I'm just not eating burgers from fast food restaurants. So I can still eat burgers. I'm just not eating it from fast food. If I want fries, I'll make them myself. If I want a taco, I'll make it myself. I won't get it from Taco Bell. Nathan, I just seen Nathan join the presentation. Looking forward to seeing you in there, King. You get what I'm saying? Like, if I want fried chicken, I'll make it myself. I won't go to Popeyes. I won't go to Church's. I won't go to KFC. Does that make sense? So in my mind, I'm like, okay, I could do that. I'm 31 years old. When this was me, I was 31. I'm like, I've been eating fast food for 31 years. I know what it's like. I don't have to keep doing it. So it was other psychological reasons why it was so important for me to stop. But that was the one that made it realistic for me. It was that thought, like, okay, I'm still going to eat what I like. I'm just not going to eat it from fast food restaurants. I can do that. I can make that a priority. And so when I made that decision, I stuck to it. I lost 25 pounds, 25 pounds. I'm seeing the presentations. Nakiris, I just seen Nakiris join the presentation. Looking forward to seeing you in there. So, I came down 25. It took me probably 4 months, 5 months. The weight was gradually coming off me, but pretty quick, actually. I was eating whatever I felt like eating. I just wasn't eating it from fast food. And then I stopped losing weight, right? Probably 6 months went by. Well, I went from 260 to 235 probably. And then I didn't lose no more weight and I wasn't eating no fast food. So the good thing though, in hindsight, that's when I realized, dang, so it wasn't just the fast food. And I really didn't know. I started to think I got to exercise. It was like all thoughts going through my mind, but I wanted to see, could I lose the weight without the exercise too? Because I really believed it was in my spirit that it's how I'm eating. And so I say that to say, after that, I learned about enriched foods. And I talk about it. Sherry, what's good? I talk about enriched foods all the time. Looking forward to seeing you in the presentation. I talk about enriched foods all the time, right? What about for people with diabetic, the best diet? Savage, that's a great question. I want to be very clear. Here's a two-part answer. My lane is weight loss. I'm not in the health lane. When I was 100 pounds overweight, I wasn't aware of any health issues. I don't never go to the doctor either, so it might have been that I had health issues, but I wasn't aware of any. So the point that I'm trying to make is that wasn't a path that I walked for me, like having health issues and then beating it to be able to give people that type of advice. It perturbs my spirit when I see people online giving out advice and I feel like you ain't never even had diabetes. You ain't never even have a health issue that you beat. And how many case studies do you really have to really be out here giving people advice like that? There are people out here that have walked that path. You shout out Yaki. I actually mentioned my brother Yaki in my book, Yahki. If you have health issues, I highly suggest studying Yaki. He give out the game. He like me. He'll give you the game. Yaki, Yahki. Yaki has helped a lot of people beat diabetes, cancer, herpes, AIDS, all that, naturally. He out of St. Louis, man. Shout out Yaki. He an angel out here doing God's work. Shout out Yaki, man. Yahki. If you got any health issues, I highly suggest pulling up on Yaki. He's qualified. That's not my lane. I'm qualified to help you lose weight while still eating the foods you like to eat. Now, when you got health issues, it's a different lane. You understand what I'm saying? All right. So that being said, I was talking about the fast food. So I stopped, and then I learned about enriched foods. I stopped losing weight for 6 months. But the good thing is I didn't go back. I didn't go back to the fast food, right? So I'm going somewhere with this, because remember we're talking mindset. I didn't go back to the fast food because I seen that it helped me lose 25 pounds. So I figured if I go back to it, I'm going to gain it right back. I was eating fast food 5-7 days a week, sometimes twice a day. So I learned about enriched foods. Now, if you got to go to lose weight and you're unfamiliar, yeah, you can screenshot that. Alexis, Yaki has a wealth of knowledge. Screenshot that, the person that was asking about the diabetes. If you're unfamiliar with the relationship between enriched foods and weight gain, drop a 4 in the comments. Let me see who I can help. I talk about this all the time. I'm going to keep talking about it because this is game right here that you could put to practice right now. You feel me? This is a part of the reason why I was able to lose 100 pounds. You feel me? It was learning about enriched foods. Okay, Jay, what's good? And I go into all of this in my reprogram and weight loss opportunity. I package it all together. You feel me? It's built on 4 pillars: mindset, food choice awareness, liquid choice awareness, and a system of accountability. I built this weight loss community and reprogram coaching, group coaching opportunity for people that want to go through a process, be held accountable, be in a group atmosphere, and have a strategy that works and get quick results. It's for y'all. So if you want to register, it's the last presentation that I'm doing is going to be on Monday. If you want to register, I got the link underneath my profile picture. Joyce, I just seen Joyce join the presentation. Looking forward to seeing you in there. It's free to register, and I'm going to be giving out 3 secrets, and then I'll give out the offer if you want to join the group coaching opportunity and weight loss community. You can make your mind up from there. But I seen all the 4s dropping. I see Lakeisha. Okay. So for everybody that dropped the 4 about the enriched foods, right? If you're unfamiliar with what enriched foods are and how they lead to weight gain, remember, first I did the fast food, then I learned about the enriched foods. All right, so the enriched foods is a process. It's called the enrichment process. So the enrichment process is a process. Everybody's heard of processed foods, but most people aren't aware of the enrichment process. So you can enrich grains. So, for example, wheat can be enriched. Rice can be enriched. Corn can be enriched. The enrichment process is a process where the germ of the grain, which is the part in the middle of the grain, that's the softest, there's B vitamins and nutrients inside this germ. Katie, I just seen Katie join the presentation. Looking forward to seeing you, Queen. They removed that germ. They created the enrichment process, the story goes, because it was farmers losing their crops because the germ is the part of the grain that spoil. So farmers were losing their crops because they wasn't able to sell it fast enough before it spoiled. And also bugs eat the germ out of the grain. So that right after World War II, the enrichment process was created. It was like late 1940s, 1950s, and they started enriching grains. And it took on first in America. And so it's a chemical process. They put the grain through, the germ gets removed, and then they add synthetic nutrients to replace the natural nutrients that was lost during the processing. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So here go an example right here. I'll just for this live, I want to talk about. I'll just use flour as an example. So if you grew up eating this type of flour, drop a yes in the chat. If you grew up eating this type of flour, drop a yes in the chat. If you know about the Pillsbury all-purpose flour, if this is familiar to you, drop a yes in the chat. Alex, I just seen Alexis, excuse me. I seen Alexis just join the presentation. Looking forward to seeing you in there, Queen. Sam, you know what this be about. Don't follow me. I see you. Igna, I see you, man. Nikki, I see you, Nikki. Jordan, what's good? Regina, what's good? David, what's popping? All right. Lena, Don, Goldie, what's good? Lindy, I see you, Queen. Benjamin, what's good, King? So Wanda, I just seen Wanda join the presentation. Looking forward to seeing you in there. This all I ever seen growing up was this type of flour. But you'll notice right here, it say bleached, enriched, right here. So they showing you right here. Audrey, I just seen Audrey join the presentation. Looking forward to seeing you. The last presentation will be on Monday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. If you want to register, it's free. I got the link under my profile picture right now. So it show you right there that it's enriched. Sometimes, so that's saying that this was put through, this is a processed food, all right? Why this leads to weight gain is because the synthetic ingredients that are added to replace the natural nutrients that was lost, our bodies don't break down these synthetic vitamins the same way. It get kind of clogged up, and it takes us longer to clear it out. You know what I mean? So it leads to weight gain when we eat it consistently. What Julia, I just seen Julia join the presentation. So look, how you can identify if something has been enriched. This is how you can identify. But before I say that, good news. Any flour that's been enriched also has a flour, the same wheat plant. You can buy the flour that wasn't put through this process. And I'll show you how to identify it right here in a second. But first you got to be able to identify if it's enriched. Either it's going to say it on the front of the pack, but sometimes it don't. Or it'll say it in the ingredients. But either way it go, the added synthetic nutrients are going to be added in the ingredients. So you'll see it right here. It say bleached wheat flour. Then it say niacin, iron, thiamine mononitrate, riboflavin, folic acid, enzyme. All that should be in flour is just the wheat plant. All flour is, check this out, right? The way our ancestors made flour. You'll grow the wheat. Once it get ready to harvest, you harvest it. It look like a big piece of grass, and it got like the wheat grains on the top. You shake the wheat grains off, sift it, clean it up a little bit, bring it through the sifting process, and then you grind it down into a flour. That's it. And there you go. That's your flour. You can make cookies, bread, cake, pasta. That's natural flour. This flour, it went through that process, and then it was washed in chemicals. The germ was removed, and then they isolate synthetic B vitamins, riboflavin, thiamine mononitrate, folic acid. They bring it through a process of chemistry down to a powder form, and they add it to this and mix it up. It reminds me of the dope game. Anybody that know about the dope game know you got one white powder and you add other white powder to it, mix it up, Very similar process. So what I'm saying, right? What's going on here? What I'm saying, right? Now, good news. Here go an example of flour that we use. Now it say pizza flour on here, but you can we just made cookies. Look, matter of fact, I just made these cookies last night. Look at this cookie. Megan, I just seen Megan join the presentation. If this cookie look fire to you, drop some fire emojis in the comments. Keep it real. If this look like a good chocolate chip cookie, drop some fire emojis in the comments. I just made this fresh last night with this flour. So sometimes a flour might be marketed. The front of the pack, you might not buy this because it says pizza flour. All that matters is the ingredients. I see the fire emojis. Lisa, what's good? Look at the cookie. I could have made this cookie. Look, I could have made the same cookie and it would have looked just like this with this flour. But if I would have made it with this flour, it would have led me towards gaining more weight, as opposed to when I make it with this flour, it leads me away from weight gain and towards weight loss. Same cookie. Matter of fact, this cookie even tastes better and it don't sit so heavy on my stomach. Trust me on this one. So the point what I'm trying to make is, here go an example of a good flour, right? Notice the difference in the ingredients. Hard red wheat flour, soft wheat flour. That's all that's in this. Look right here. Hard red wheat flour, soft wheat flour. See that? See that right there? Now, look at the difference between bleached wheat flour, niacin, iron, thiamine mononitrate, riboflavin, folic acid, enzymes. Both of them are white powders, but if we don't read the ingredients, we ain't gonna know. When I made the switch from this flour, when I made the switch from this flour to this flour, weight started coming off me. If that made sense, drop some yeses in the chat. For everybody that dropped a 4 and said they didn't know about the enrichment process and how it leads to weight gain, if that made sense, drop some yeses in the chat. Let me see you pull up here and put it in park. I'm trying to help people lose weight on this live, man. I want to see if this is settling into your consciousness. I see y'all, man. K-Wit, what's good? Baby, what's good? Lena, okay. Y'all, what's good? And MBN, what's good? All right, Reggie, V, I see you, V Wanda. Okay, good. So now look. If you are going to care about yourself enough to choose from now on to always read the ingredients. Put in the comments, I'm reading ingredients. If you choose from now on to be aware of what you're going to put in your mouth, chew up, and swallow into your temple, the only body that we have until we pass from this realm, put I'm reading ingredients in the comments. Let me see who pulled up in here. Put I'm reading ingredients in the comments. I'm talking about if you care about yourself enough. Drop it in the comments, and don't just say it if you don't mean it. Drop it in the comments. The only way that I see y'all, man. Lima, what's good, man? Jonathan, what's good? Okay, Nikki, I see you. K Witt, okay, nice. Nice. I see y'all. Lex, VV, what's good? Okay, Cam, what's good? I see you. S1, what's good? Smoothie, homie, I see you, God. Okay, nice. So look, I'm telling you, if you gotta go to lose weight, how do I say this? Remember, I'm talking mindset right now. This is mindset. I was 100 pounds overweight because I had the wrong mindset. It wasn't that I didn't want to be overweight. It wasn't like I was trying to be overweight. I just was unaware. I was looking at things from the wrong angle. So I'm talking, hey guys, can we move our meeting to 5:30? Absolutely. Can you text back? Yes. We just got another 15 minutes on this live. I'm gonna be able to be on this live till 12:30 now. Our meeting got pushed back 15 more minutes, so that's good news. I'm down. Look at that, Shauna. I'm down 9 pounds in a month because of you. I'm not making this stuff up, Shauna. Congratulations. Now, but look, I'm gonna be real with you, Shauna. I want you to reframe that, and I want you to say, I'm down 9 pounds in a month because of me. You the reason you down 9 pounds. All right. I'm just a messenger. You feel me? I didn't make none of this up. I'm not I'm not the creator of this. The creator of all things is the creator of all this. And the creator of all things deserves all the credit. I'm just a messenger. I do my best to spread a message of choosing a natural lifestyle. That's basically what it sums up to be. We as individuals, when we make a choice to follow guidance that make logical sense, that works, and then we do it, we as individuals are responsible for our outcome. Not the guidance itself. It's us as individuals. We gotta take ownership of that and feel good about that. I congratulate you, Queen. That's great. You gotta take ownership of that. Love yourself for doing what you had to do. I lost 100 pounds because look, everything that I'm explaining. Either I learned it from somewhere or I was experimenting and I figured it out. And then after I figured it out, I found out other people was doing the same thing already. We're all connected. I really believe there's like a universal consciousness that we're all connected. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if you got to go to lose weight, it's on you, man. You know, I just do my best to, I lost 100 pounds dancing in my backyard. There you go. There's a million ways to lose 100 pounds. I'm telling you right now. So here's the thing, right? With the enriched foods, I lost another 20, 25 pounds. So I probably lost 40, 45 pounds from stopping fast food and stopping enriched foods. I still was eating burgers. But see the thing, and that's another thing, the last thing I want to say about the flour, right? Flour makes a lot of things. Some people, that's common sense knowledge, but for all of us, it's not. A lot of us don't know how to cook, like don't know the ingredients of the food and stuff like that. Flour makes pasta, flour makes bread, flour makes cookies, flour makes cakes, toaster strudels, pizza. You understand what I'm saying? With frying chicken, the batter is flour. You get what I'm saying? The list goes on, and lasagna, flour. It makes a lot of food options, man. And so when it comes to the bread we eat, when it comes to the tortillas that we eat, and when it comes to the cookies that we eat, the cakes that we eat, we gotta be aware of the type of flour that was used to make it. Was it enriched or was it natural? We got to be aware. All right. If that makes sense, drop a yes in the chat. Let me see who pulled up in here with me right now and locked in. If that makes sense with the enriched foods, because you might just say, okay, I'm not buying this flour anymore, I'm buying this flour, but the weight ain't coming off you as fast as you wanted it to. It's probably because you ain't paying attention to all the other flour that you consuming. That's why I said, when I asked everybody if you're going to read the ingredients, I'm not just talking about with flour, I'm talking about everything. I see the yeses dropping. What's good? Locked in SY, what's good? Winter Hayes, what's good? Okay, JoJo, I see you. Lakeisha, what's good? Karen, Tony, Crispy, nice. Okay. Cash, what's good? I see you. Nice, nice, nice. All right, so good. So we're talking mindset, right? So like I say, I believe that healthy food costs too much, right? So I started losing weight with the fast food switch. Then I learned about enriched foods. I made that switch probably about a year after my journey began. It was probably right around the same time that I learned about enriched foods, to be real with you. I was riding down the street. I was on my way out to go make some money. And I was running around. I used to be a proud hustler. I don't consider myself a hustler no more, but that's another story. But, it was a day where I was riding around and chasing money. I used to chase money. I don't chase money anymore, but that's another story too. But it was one of those days where it was like I had a full day that I was just riding around and getting it. So it was like, okay, I was busy. And so I was like, okay, my plan was to stop and grab some fruit before I was going around in my routes. And then I was like, you know what? I heard a commercial, and the commercial was saying McDonald's got the 2 for $5 breakfast. And my wife man. Every time McDonald's ran that 2 for $5, it was like I was like a crackhead for that 2 for $5 deal. She used to clown me. When I used to hear the 2 for $5, I know it used to be a thing. Like I used to turn up about that. Like I used to get real extra about the 2 for $5 because I thought it was funny to be extra about it. So I like whenever it was the 2 for $5, I would celebrate like my team just won the Super Bowl or something. Like it was 2 for $5 time. Like I used to turn up, and she used to get a kick out of it. But she used to think, basically, I was a 2 for $5 crackhead, and so I used to like the sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin. Who is it? Just me on this live? Who else like McDonald's breakfasts and like get happy with the 2 for $5? Drop a me if you ever got happy about that 2 for $5. Because I'm starting to feel like maybe it was just me, and I'm starting to feel like I know it's somebody else on this live. Drop a me in the comment if you ever got excited about the 2 for $5 breakfast. Because then you could get you could get the biscuits, or you could get the McMuffins. Me personally, I see the me's dropping. Okay, good. CJ and H is me. Okay, good. Okay, so I'm not alone. I'm not alone on that one. All right. So look. The 5:30.
Why? Your dad on his way.
Okay, that changes things. I thought it said 12:30. Well, we could go to 5:30, and then I'll just do a later live. I guess I'll do I'll probably do like a 6:30 to 9. Well, I just bought a lot of time, but now I gotta rearrange my day. Did you tell him it was cool? Bad. All right, can you tell him though? That's cool. Yeah, with the McDonald's though. So I used to like the sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffins, and so it had been a whole year since I had one. So this was in 2014. This was me. You feel me? And you could see, you know what I mean? I had the inflammation going. This when I was eating fast food 5 to 7 days a week. And anyways, whatever. So I had lost the weight. I was probably down at this time. I probably was down 35 pounds. It was a year later. And I ain't eat fast food in a whole year. Yawanda, I just seen you. Yawanda join the presentation. Look, I'm doing the Eat What You Love and Way Less Reprogram presentation on Monday. It's the last one I'm doing. It's a free presentation for anybody that want to register. Feel free. I'm going to be explaining how my group coaching situation and weight loss community. The Eat What You Love and Weight Less reprogram can help you lose the weight you want to lose without giving up the food you love. It's a 28-day process. I'm going to be taking this group through, and this group will be the founding members of this process. It's just going to be super lit. So if you want to join the presentation, it's free. To hear about the offer and to hear the 3 secrets that I'm going to be giving out that are going to help you. I got the link underneath my profile picture, so if you want to register, feel free. Seats are limited. We only can fit 1,000 people on this Zoom, and I have a feeling it's going to be a packed house. So if you do register, I suggest getting in the waiting room 5 minutes early, and yeah, that's about it. So I was about to eat the McDonald's. I'm telling you, I heard the commercial, and I was like, I ain't eat fast food in a whole year. I was like, I'm finna go get this, man. I was like, all right. I was like, I'm just gonna do it this one time. I've been doing good. I just wanted I was like, I'm just gonna get me a, you know what I mean? But what's crazy, because I heard it, I was in Homestead at the time. I heard it, and I was right next to the McDonald's when the commercial came on in the radio in the car. Cayenne, I just seen Cayenne join the presentation. Looking forward to seeing you in there. So the McDonald's right here. The commercial just came on. I was about to whip into the parking lot. So I'm whipping in the parking lot, but there was a line going from the drive-through. I'm seeing everybody. Lena, Jay just joined the presentation. Looking forward to seeing you in there. Oh man, Andrea joined the presentation. Looking forward to seeing you in there. I'm seeing a line come around all the way to the street. So I pull up to wait in the line, but my car is still in the street. And I'm like, man, I'm not finna wait in this line. You feel me? Cause I told myself I was never gonna eat it again, and I was about to renege. So I was like, something told me, nah, let me just go to Walmart and get some fruit. Right? So I went to Walmart, and this, to be honest with you, I think was the best. I think it was the creator of all things that made this happen. LaShawn, I just seen you. Kimberly just joined the presentation. Looking forward to seeing y'all. So I go into Walmart, I get a banana, I get a navel orange, one of the big navel oranges. Abel and Cynthia, I just seen y'all join the presentation. I'm looking forward to seeing y'all. And I get a pear. A banana, a navel orange, and a pear. Laverne, I just seen Laverne join the presentation. Looking forward to seeing you in there. So I get those, and then I go about my business. I'm riding around this day. Beverly, I just seen Beverly join the presentation. Looking forward to seeing you in there. So I eat all 3 of them in the car, right? And then I remember, I'll never forget, I had an epiphany. The thought crossed my mind, hold up, I just spent $2 and change, and I'm full. Because it was a big navel orange, a pear, and a banana. And I'm like, I just spent $2 and change, and I'm full. And I was about to spend $5 on the 2 for $5. And I was going to get a hash brown and an orange juice. That would have put me at $7 and change. I just spent $5 less. Why I used to believe that healthy food costs too much. And my mind went to racing. And I realized that it wasn't that healthy food cost too much. It's just I believed healthy food cost too much because of a few experiences that I had. It wasn't the whole truth. It was partially true, but it wasn't the whole truth. And because I believe healthy food costs too much, it blocked my eyes and my mind from seeking out options that are available that fit my budget. Because I had that false belief in my mind that healthy food costs too much. Oh, I feel like I just explained that good. If that made sense, drop some 4s in the comments. If that made sense, we're talking mindset, we're talking weight loss. I know in my spirit the most important part of weight loss is our mindset. Drop some 4s in the comments of what I just said made sense, man. We got to be careful about the false beliefs. Roderick, I just seen Roderick join the presentation. Looking forward to seeing you in there. Lynn, what's good? G, I see y'all. Kim Black, what's good? Isaac, oh man, okay. Because that's the thing about it, man. As I'm sitting here eating this watermelon, watch this. That's 4 C's right there. That's 4 seeds right here, right? One watermelon seed can grow up to, in ideal conditions, a vine that produces 20 watermelons. One of these seeds. The point I'm trying to make, right, is that, and why I call this the Eat What You Love and Way Less Reprogram. Angie, I just seen Angie join the presentation. I've been seeing them coming back to back. Sorry if I missed her name. Why I call it Eat What You Love and Way Less Reprogram is because one of my biggest blessings that I believe was given to me from the Creator of all things was the awareness of programming itself. In 2020, I kind of went down the rabbit hole of researching methods of programming. And it scared me and excited me simultaneously, because I had the thought, if I could be aware of all the ways that I've been programmed, then I could defend myself against programming, and I could use it to my advantage and to the Creator of all things' advantage to help program people's minds in a way that'll benefit them, as opposed to the programming that's going on in mass amounts that is actually detrimental. Kathy, I just seen Kathy join the presentation. Looking forward to seeing you. One of the ways that we've been programmed in this country is to choose food based on convenience. Ricky, I just seen Ricky join the presentation. It's love. Looking forward to seeing you in there, King. Convenience. We've been programmed into convenience to the point where most of us do not know how to grow food. I just put a video up, man. It's the craziest thing. George, I just seen George. Alicia, I just seen Alicia join the presentation. Kathy Russell, I just seen Kathy place an order. It's love, man. We bought some corn from the store, from Publix. It was corn, but it was corn in the cob. It still had the whatever, like the skin, like the husk, like it was like the corn on the cob with you got to peel the husk off of it. Like we bought some of that corn from Publix, right? Peeled it. My wife boiled it up with some coconut oil and some sea salt and some raw cane sugar in the water. Boiled that thing up, and you know what I mean. And then I put some coconut oil on there, some sea salt and pepper, and we was eating corn for dinner, right? Veronica, I just seen Veronica join the presentation, right? She boiled it. And it was like 5 pieces left over that we didn't eat. So she put it in the fridge. So out of them 5 leftover pieces, 3 of them got ate. But then the other 2 was just sitting in there for probably 4 days. Antoine, I just seen Antoine join the presentation. Looking forward to seeing you, right? So the corn, my wife was, when we don't use the food out of the like the leftovers we don't get to, I've been throwing it in my compost to make soil, because it's nutrients for the soil. So I got 2 bins in the back of my house, 2 garbage bins that I rotate and make compost for the soil, because I'm growing fruit trees. I got 2 gardens back here. I'm learning as I grow, right? So the corn end up in the little compost bin where we throw like the scraps, fruit scraps that we didn't get around to, and all the veggies and stuff that we didn't get around to eating, and I throw it in the compost. So that corn ended up in that. I threw it in the compost, right? Yeah, and I put up a video about this. You could look on my page. I go out there to throw some scraps in the compost, so I throw it in the compost. I don't know, probably a few weeks later, I go out there to throw some other scraps in the compost, right? And I see these green sprouts coming out the compost. I see these greens. I see the green sprouts coming out the compost, right? And so Stephanie, I just seen Stephanie join the presentation. Is love. So I'm like, babe, can you take a 20 out of my cash from my wallet and put it in the tips? So I see the sprouts, right? So I'm like, what are these? Because they look different. Because the compost, man, I'm talking about tomato plants been springing out of that because I throw tomato scraps away and new tomato plants will grow up. All type of lettuce has been coming out the compost. Squash been coming out the compost. But I never seen these sprouts. So I'm like, what are these? So I pull up and I see it's a piece of the corn that we boiled and ate. And then it was in the refrigerator for like a week. And then we threw it in the compost and it was growing sprouts out the corn. So I didn't know if it was the corn. I didn't know if it was a different plant growing from the corn. I didn't know what was going on. And I told my wife, I'm like, babe, look at this. You ain't gonna believe it was roots coming all out the piece of corn. It was like a piece of corn like this, like corn on the cob, like roots coming all out of it with like green sprouts coming, like 20, 30 sprouts coming off the corn. I'm like, what in the world is this? So I did a video. I'm like, can anybody let me know what this is? Because if this is corn, growing from this corn, we boiled this already. Janice, I just seen Janice join the prep. I'm like, this is boiled corn that we got from the store. Is this a thing? And it was in the refrigerator for like a week. I'm like, how did this grow? Come to find out, it's corn shoots. And you can use them as a microgreen and as a garnish. So I'm seeing people, and some people are saying, no, that ain't corn. That's not possible. It's another plant that's using the corn to grow. Some people saying, yeah, it is. And some people are saying it's microgreens. So I'm going and I'm looking at everybody's page that's leaving advice. Some people's pages are like, it's just them playing video games. I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about. And other people's pages that are saying it's microgreens, they're in the garden. And so I'm like, okay. So then I start Googling it. And then I asked ChatGPT and all of that. Come to find out, it's a thing. So I go out there and I taste one. It tasted like, you know them little, like when you get Chinese fried rice from the, y'all know about the fried rice from Chinese restaurants? How it got like them little sprouts in it and they're kind of crunchy. Drop a 4 in the chat if you know what I'm talking about, out the Chinese rice with the sprouts. Let me see you pull up in here and locked in. You get them, it's like a little sprout. I think they call them sprouts. But you get it, it's in Chinese rice. And they're like crunchy a little bit. I see the 4, it's like one little, it's like they're white and they're crunchy. I see the 4 dropping. It was that texture. But it tasted like corn. It tasted just like sweet corn, but it was that texture of the sprouts in the Chinese rice. And so I was like, what? It tasted better than the sprouts in Chinese rice. And I'm like, what? So this is the point that I'm trying to make, right? We're so programmed into convenience that we don't even know how to get and take advantage of the natural resources that are all around us that are actually free. There are people that have this knowledge of how to just take advantage of the free resources available to us. And then there are people involved that know how to program masses of people into addictions. One of them being addicted to convenience, to where now we're so programmed to where all we think to do is go to the grocery stores and restaurants to get our food. That's it. And all we thinking about is, what do I got to taste for? And then they got all these traps set up of food that tastes good, that's full of ingredients that make us addicted and make us want to keep on eating. So a lot of us, we're out here telling ourselves, oh, healthy food costs too much. But meanwhile, I just threw a piece of corn in the compost and it grew free food from out of the cooked corn. Like it is literally trying to grow. Like I can't make this stuff up. It's literally trying to grow. Like, so what I'm saying is, we're also programmed into having a lack mentality. Like there's a lack out here. Like there's shortages, like food shortages, water shortages. There's not enough. There's too many people. But the truth of the matter is, there's really no such thing as lack. Lack is really just a mindset. It's a trick. And I know it because look, when this was me, I understand the lack trick. I lived the majority of my life in poverty. So I understand. It's not like I'm being judgmental or nothing. I know what it's like to not know how to get from out of my situation and have, not having enough. I get it. But what I'm saying is it's an illusion. The only thing that's real is abundance. Abundance is the only thing that's real. So if you've ever told yourself that healthy food costs too much, I encourage you to look at yourself in the mirror and look yourself in the eyes and start telling yourself, I can really do anything I want to do. I'm more valuable than money. Money only has value because I believe it has value. I'm the value. I got to make myself a valuable person. I got to bring value to the people around me. How do I do that? Let me start spending some more time developing myself, working on myself. Let me figure this out. Other people are doing it. Let me start investing money and learning more of how to do more and bring more value. Let me be that type of man. Let me be that type of woman. Let me figure this out. I can do this. If you catch yourself saying healthy food costs too much, it's not the fact that healthy food costs too much. It's just a mindset. You can figure it out. Even in poverty, I found food that fit my budget that led me towards weight loss. And then as my mind started to sharpen up, what else started to happen was I got more. And this is what I'm saying. Like, I'm so passionate about helping people lose weight because I know what comes on the other side of the weight loss. When this was me, I wanted to lose weight because I wanted to look better. Let me see who pulled up in here. If you can relate, like if you overweight and your main, your main motivation to want to lose the weight is because you want to look better, drop a yes in the chat. Tandra, I just seen Tandra join the presentation is love. I'm going over the Eat What You Love and Way Less Reprogram framework. I'm doing a presentation on Monday. It's going to be the last one. I created a 28-day process and I'm going to take a group of people through. It's called the Eat What You Love and Way Less Reprogram. And we created a weight loss community. And I'm going to explain in this presentation how our reprogramming community can help you lose the weight you want to lose for anybody that want to take advantage. The presentation is free if you want to join. I got a link underneath my profile picture. I see the yeses dropping. I see the yeses. Lakeisha, what they do. Glow, what's good? If anybody want to join, I got the link up underneath my profile picture. Feel free. Like I said, it's on Monday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, and it will be the last one before we launch the program the next day on Tuesday. And it's going to be a 28-day process that I take a group of people. We already have a group of people that paid, and they're in there, and they're waiting to get started. And everybody that joined between now and the end of that presentation on Monday, we're taking that whole group through this 28-day process, and everybody in that group will be a founding member. And I'm looking forward to getting to know everybody through this 28-day process. It's going to be lit. But where was I? I was just saying something. I asked everybody to put yes if. When I asked y'all to put yes about again, somebody remind me, man. What are your thoughts about creatine and working out? I'm gonna answer that, but I want to finish my thought. The creatine. May I ask what we're doing for 28 days? It's every week we do a call. We're going to do a Zoom call once a week, and I'll take you through a coaching. Like I said, in the coaching is based on mindset, food choice awareness, liquid choice awareness, and a system of accountability. At the end of the Zoom call, we go through the system of accountability, and we also have a weight loss community where it was a platform where we're all going to meet on a daily and show our daily accountability work. 15 minutes is simple. Sierra, I just seen Sierra join and Jonah join the presentation. Looking forward to seeing y'all. Oh, to look better. Right. Okay, so the creatine, look better, and then it'll be one call a week, and then a daily accountability work to make sure everybody stay on track. Because if we want different results, we got to do different things. So I hold everybody accountable, and we hold each other accountable as a group to the next call. Then there's more coaching. Same thing. We go deeper into mindset, liquid choice awareness, food choice awareness, and then the system of accountability leading to the third week. The third week is a bonus coaching. That's a surprise. I go into it in the presentation. Same deal though. We're doing Q&As to get people's questions, answering questions and all of that. And then the system of accountability going into the fourth call. And then after the fourth call, By the time we get to the 5th call, it'll be day 28. I'm guaranteeing that everybody's going to lose between 5 and 10 pounds or more, guaranteed, or your money back, as long as you do this simple accountability work. Right now I'm at a 90% percentile as far as success rate, because I coach people one-on-one. This is my first time taking a group of people through the same format. And then on the last call, what we do is it's going to be a celebration. Everybody going to get certificates for their weight loss. Everybody going to be able to share their testimonials, connect. And, we go over a strategy of what to do moving forward to make sure everybody stay on track. But it's transformative. You know what I mean? I built it very intentionally to help people have a permanent mindset shift. So, once you understand what to do, and like I said, it's not that hard. Once you understand what to do, as long as you stay consistent, it's just a matter of time before you lose all the weight you want to lose and you never gain it back. All right, so now it's to look better and then the creatine. So I used to want to lose weight because I wanted to look better, right? So that was my whole ambition behind losing weight. So it was enough to get me there, But what happened was, probably 3 years in, I was down about 80 pounds. And I'll never forget Asia. I just seen Asia join the presentation. Looking forward to seeing you in there. I was down about 80 pounds. And I'll never forget. It was a day I was looking up at the ceiling. Me and my wife, we had moved out of projects. We had moved into a townhome. It was nicer. We was in a nicer neighborhood. And I was looking up at the ceiling. And I remember, because when we lived in Pine Island, when we lived in the projects, I could reach out like this and touch the ceiling. I didn't even have to put my hand up all the way like this. I could reach out like this and touch the ceiling. If you're from Miami and you've ever been in the Pine Island projects, you know what I'm talking about. The ceiling is low. And then it's grates over every window. It felt like I was in jail in my own apartment in the projects, man. It was like, I used to hate it in there, man. But I used to hate it. I used to literally talk about it. I can't wait till I can't touch my ceilings. I used to say that. So we ended up moving out. And we got a nicer place, and I was looking I was looking like this. I was laying on the bed, and I was looking at the ceiling, and I was like, I don't even think I could jump and touch the ceiling. My wife was next to me, and I just started clowning because I just felt grateful. I was like, I don't even think I could touch the ceiling. I was like, hold on, let me try. I got out the bed, and I was trying to jump up and touch it, and I was like, I can't even touch my ceilings. I was like, oh my God, thank you. I was like, thank you, Yahweh, thank you. I was just clowning, right? And I was just happy, you feel me? And then it was like, I remember the thought crossed my mind, dang, when was the last time I was depressed? And I had to think, and this is when this is real deep, because we talking mindset on this live. I was like, because I used to deal with depression and anxiety, heavy. Hold on, y'all. Who let y'all out? I used to deal with depression and anxiety, heavy, right? And bad. Like I used to get anxiety and hide it. Like, you know what I mean? And like I was battling with depression pretty much my whole life, ever since I was like 7, like that I can remember. And I've been through a lot. Like I thought it was just trauma and stuff that I've been through. You know what I'm saying? I was adopted. Everybody got their stories and all of that. But I thought my depression and anxiety was behind trauma. You know what I mean? It's because my anxiety started getting worse, especially after I moved to Miami. And like I never forget the first time I seen a shootout. You know what I mean? And the first time I seen somebody get shot at in a drive-by. I never forget the first time the dude was on a bike. It was right in Coconut Grove. I was on Vera Park playing basketball, and this dude was on a bike, and a car pulled up. And he was like, oh, the dude screamed. And Buddy pulled out the pistol and went to shooting that buddy on the bike. But when he pulled out the pistol, I'm at the park shooting like this, and I see him in the car, and he pointed the gun right at me. But Buddy on the bike was between me and him. So he started busting that buddy on the bike. And I'll never forget, I heard the bullet go, pew! like I could feel it, like I heard it go right by my head, and I ducked. And I ran this way, and he just went bam, 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 bam. He shot 6 times. He had a revolver, and he shot at him 6 times. Buddy jumped off the bike and did one of these. Like he like this. I don't know how he missed him. I don't know how he missed him, man. He was right next to him. He pulled up on him on the bike on the same side of the street and missed him 6 times. He missed him 6 times, man. And I was like, yo, and then he sped off. And then buddy he pulled his gun out and went to bust him back when he was riding off. But the point I'm trying to make is that kind of like low key was traumatizing. Cause I was like, dog, I could have just died. And then, it was like I had the police rob me twice in Miami. I've had the police put guns in my head. So the point I'm trying to make is, I thought that I was probably dealing with anxiety behind like life experience. You feel me? But when I was 3 years in being consistent, eating different, my anxiety and depression went away. So when I was trying to figure out why I'm not dealing with depression anymore, first I thought it was money. Then I realized I was dealing with depression and anxiety even in periods in my life where I was eating, you know what I'm saying? And so then I realized, I was like, man, I think it was the food. The only thing I was doing different was I was eating different for like 3 years and some change. And then that's when I started to look differently at the ingredients. Because before, when I was looking at the ingredients, it was all about weight loss. I'm just being real because I wanted to look different. I wanted to look better. So my whole goal and inspiration was I just wanted to lose weight. So then after that thought crossed my mind, I'm like, hold on. So then I started to do more due diligence into looking into the different side effects of a lot of these ingredients. And then I started to notice depression as a side effect, anxiety as a side effect, ADHD, headaches, memory loss. So this is why I'm so passionate about helping people lose weight. So what's up to the lot?
What's up?
You going to Family Flavors?
Yeah.
You want some of that watermelon? Mm-hmm. I already know you're trying to get some of that thing right there. So this is what I'm saying. This is why I'm so passionate about trying to help people lose weight, right? Because one, I noticed the depression and anxiety went away, and I was able to connect to the dots between what I was putting in my mouth, chewing up and swallowing every day for my whole life, to the depression and the anxiety. And then I noticed my energy went up too. I got more energy. I'm 41. I got more energy now than I did when I was 27. And then also I noticed, and this is the thing that this is what I'm the most excited about. I also noticed my clarity of mind increased. Like, I'm way more creative now. I'm way, like, my brain works better. You see what I'm saying? Like, I literally became a person that believed I could help over 1 million people get down to their natural body size and stay there for life. I believe that I'm going to have an initiative that plants over 1 million fruit trees in America. I can see the path of how to do it in my mind. I know what I'm about to do. I'm on the path. You see what I'm saying? I would have never even thought like this. And so this is why I'm so excited to help you. If you got to go to lose weight, because I know what's on the other end.
Dad,
what's up?
can I have this?
Yeah, you can have it. You going to Family Flavors? I know what's on the other end, man. It's unfortunate what's going on with the food game, but the good news is there are options available. There are options available that will lead us away from weight gain towards weight loss and away from psychological side effects, emotional side effects, foggy mindedness, lack of memory. It'll lead us into a better life. And that's why I created Eat What You Love and Way Less Reprogram, to bring a group of people through a 28-day process to help you to come into the awareness and to come into the mindset shift to lose the weight you want to lose and never gain it back. That's why I'm doing this. Look, we're doing the last presentation on Monday. This Monday coming up, 6:30 p.m. If you want to register for the presentation, it's free. I got a link to register underneath my profile picture on all pages. Seats are limited, so if you do register and you want to attend, I suggest getting there 5 minutes early because I have a feeling it's going to be sold out. Not sold out, but like full. And then I'm gonna be giving out 3 secrets. Lene, I just seen Lene join the presentation. All right, man.
Move it up. Let's go.
I'm gonna be giving out the 3 secrets, but then I'm gonna be giving the actual offer for the coaching and reprogram. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, I'm a 2-time best-selling author. All praises. We got hundreds of thousands of subscribers and followers, and all of that. It's a trip, but it's like now I've coached people one-on-one. Now we put together. We got I built out a digital course with video modules. We've been working on this for like 6 months. We've been about to launch about 3 different times, but it's so intricate and it's new. It's like we're creating something that I've never done. You know what I'm saying? But I'm only saying that to say we've been putting a lot of energy into this. And on top of that, there's been a lot going on personally in my life. I lost my grandma a few months ago. Then my brother just died of a heart attack. And it's just been tough. Like it's been like back to back to back. My uncle looking like he could go any day. He got, if y'all could put your prayers up for my uncle, Butch, he got brain cancer and he just had a stroke. So it's looking like he could go any day. So it's just been a lot. It's been a lot kind of like delaying this, but we're still pushing through is what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is we got a weight loss community. We got we built it out. We got the digital resources that we built out and a 28-day coaching program that we built out. We're going to take a group of people. This is literally like this program is literally worth thousands of dollars. And anybody who joined only is going to be paying a fraction of it. And I'm guaranteeing the results. And everybody in this group is going to be a founding member. You see what I'm saying? I'm walking through this process with this group. And then we're going to take this process and all the Zooms and we're going to turn it into a digital product that I can sell in the future where I won't have to deliver on the coaching over and over again and free up time where I could be with my family. We could travel and do all the things we really want to do and we've always wanted to do. And everybody will still get the results. But the point I'm trying to make is everybody that joined this group will be a founding member. And so I'm doing a presentation on Monday to explain everything for the people that want to join. They can join and you can make your mind up what you want to do. But the link is underneath my profile picture if you want to join the presentation. And then you can take it from there. It's free to join. And we can only get 1,000 people on this call. And this is going to be the last one. The actual reprogramming begins on the 25th, which is Tuesday. And it's a 28-day process. And we're going to all be going through it as a group to have this transformation. Man, I'm gassed up about it, man. I'm telling you, man. If that sounds lit, if that sounds live, if you believe that we've been programmed to eat food that lead us towards weight gain, if that makes logical sense, and if you believe that we can reprogram ourselves to lead us away from weight gain, drop the word reprogram in the comments. Drop the word reprogram in the comments. If you believe that we can change our future, man. We don't have to follow the program. If you believe that we can reprogram ourselves and we could change our mindset to get a different result from what we got right now, drop the word reprogram in the comments, man. Let me see. Let me see who pulled up in here and put it in park, man. I see y'all, man. Run what they do. Angela, what's good? Uncle Newt, what's good? I see y'all. Phoebe, what they do, man. Reprogram. I see y'all. Drop that reprogram if you believe we can reprogram ourselves, man. I see y'all. Miss Bless, what's good? Lakeisha, what's good? Life, what they do? Oh, man. L, I love that name. That's my middle name. Angie, what they do? Keyshawn, what's good? Big Ron, what they do, bro? So cool, man. Cool. So, here's the thing, right? I wanted to do this live with this watermelon. And I wanted to make this point also. Everybody's saying The watermelon need to have seeds. I get it. I agree. Marcelino, I just seen I seen you join the presentation. Shaniqua, I just seen Shaniqua join the presentation. Looking forward to seeing you in there, Queen. If anybody want to register for the presentation on Monday, it's the last one. Feel free. I got the link underneath my profile picture. Oh, the thoughts on creatine. I'm glad you just reminded me about that because I low key, it probably would have came back to me later, but I'm glad. Okay, let's talk about the creatine first. Okay, this is what I believe. And it's actually funny because I just recently, not in 2020, I decided to read the whole Bible. And I did during the pandemic and all of that. I actually read the entire Bible from a different angle, a more empowering angle. And I was reading it to find the principles and the lessons that I could apply in my life to see if I got different results. So I was reading it way more intentionally. Hey, Dolores just joined the presentation. That's actually my grandma name, Dolores, that I just was mentioning. That's crazy. Looking forward to seeing you in there, Dolores. So when I read the whole Bible, right? Shout out my grandma too, man. I know she watching over me. So, I just threw my concentration, Dolores. I ain't gonna lie, Dolores. Hold on, let me gather myself. So when I read the whole Bible, right? There's a story in there about Daniel that I thought was super live. Like how you know the story about Daniel in the lion's den? I always thought that was a super lit story. But when I read the Bible, I didn't know how, I never read the whole story. You know what I mean? So when Daniel got brought in, because it was a group of people, like a group of the Hebrews, he got brought into, what city was it? I don't think it was Sodom. It'll come back to me. It was one of the cities back then. I think it was Babylon. So yeah, I think they brought Daniel into like captive, and then they picked it was him and 3 of his homeboys, right? So, and I'm going somewhere because someone asked me about the creatine. I'm going somewhere with this. This is straight out the Bible. And so Daynell, I just seen Daynell join the presentation. Looking forward to seeing you, Daynell. So they brought him in. They picked Daniel and 3 of his homeboys out of were like the cream of the crop out of all of the Hebrews. And then they made the rest of them slaves. So, but the 4 of them, they brought them into the king's quarters, and so they were gonna be like servants to the king. You feel me? So when they brought him in there, they were like. They told Daniel, y'all ain't gonna have to eat like the rest of the slaves. You could actually eat the king's food. So, because we need you to be on point, because you're gonna be your responsibility is gonna be different than the rest of your people. They slaves. Y'all responsibilities is gonna be more. Y'all life is gonna be better. It kind of reminded me when I was reading. It kind of reminded me of like the difference between like the field slaves and the house slaves. Kind of reminded me of that a little bit. So I was like, okay. So I was reading the story. It was interesting, man. So then it was presented to the king's food was presented to them, to Daniel and his homeboys, like it was a blessing. So when they brought the food out, Daniel and his homeboys was like, man, we can't eat this. But it was like one of the other workers for the king was bringing them the food. And so but the other worker for the king, Daniel, had gained his favor. So he liked Daniel, you feel me? So he brought him the food, and he was like, what you mean you can't eat this, bro? Like, don't you know if I go back and tell the king that you not finna eat the food, he's going to be highly upset. He might kill you to make an example out of you. Like, for real, like you supposed to be with the rest of your people over there in the field with the slaves. You up here, he's giving you a blessing, and you telling me you ain't finna eat the food. And you like, no, I can't eat that, man. He's like, he was like, man, I just need fruits and vegetables. Like, I just need the grains of fruits and vegetables. I just need that. That's it. If you could organize it, because he's like, the king was basically trying to make sure that it was strong and it was capable. You know what I mean? So that's why he wanted to eat in the king's food. But so Daniel was like, look, I'm telling you that if you bring me the provisions of just the vegetables and the fruits and basically the natural food without the meat, and feed everybody else how you feeding them, you could put me to a physical combat test, and you could look at our bodies and see after a month how I'm looking and how my homeboy's looking compared to everybody else. And if I look weaker behind what I'm eating compared to everybody else, you'll know that I'm wrong, and I'll go to eating the king's food. But if I look better, then please stop asking me to eat it and let me just eat what I'm asking for. And so he was like, could you ask the king that? And so he went back, and the king was like, I bet. The king didn't think it was going to work. So Daniel was eating like that. They put him to the test. A month later, they were saying you could just look at his body and tell. You could just look at him and tell he was doing better than everybody else that was in the king's quarters, right? Then they put him to the physical test. Daniel wrecked everybody. Like, it wasn't no competition. He wrecked everybody. So he was like, all right, you can eat what you want to eat from now on. And then after that, it was just so many lit stories about Daniel after that. And it was hating on him. But he ended up, because he was able to read dreams, Daniel ended up it got to the point where he was able to read the king's dreams, and he saved the whole kingdom behind the dream that the king had. And so he was like the king's right-hand man. He gave advice to the king, but he was so raw to where this is the point where I'm trying to say, like with the creatine, right? If you're still on the live, because that was a long explanation, but I think it's valid. So with the creatine, right? I kind of relate, in my mind, I relate that to like the king's food. Why is because when you look at the creatine powder, it's more than just that in it. And if you look at the process of making it, it's a synthetic process, it's a chemical process, and then you bring it down to a powder form. And so right now in this kingdom, it's like chemicals in powder form, synthetic is like, that's like the kingdom food. This kingdom, that's what it is. Chemistry and all of that, that's what's popping right now. But I'm under the belief that the best thing for us to be eating is the food that the creator of all things created for us. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. If that made sense, drop a yes in the chat, man. If that made sense, drop a yes in the chat. That's just my belief, though. Like I say, man, who knows about these things, man? Who knows? Because I actually did. I got the creatine drink when I was playing football at FIU. And I built muscle with it. But I wonder if I would have just been all natural enough. But the thing was, I was exercising heavy. I'm going to start back exercising. Me and my son started to exercise. I don't really like exercising, but I've done it multiple times throughout my life, and I built muscle and got cocky and all of that. I know what it's like to get in shape. And you know what I'm saying? I used to play football, man. I came out of FIU. I came out of Coral Gables in 2001. Me and I was on the same football team with Frank Gore. I don't know if y'all know the NFL. He's the third leading rusher in the history of the NFL, Frank Gore. Man, I balled with him, you know what I'm saying? I gained my reputation. When I moved to Miami, I gained my reputation the first practice in Miami because I wanted to be a running back, right? So when I moved to Coconut Grove, I went to Coral Gables High School, right? So I moved from LA to Miami when I was 16. And then that was my junior year. Jonathan Vilma was one of the best linebackers in NFL history. He was the linebacker. He was playing on the team of my junior year. Then my senior year, and Frank Gore was on the team. And then my senior year is when I was able to play. And I wanted to be running back, right? And so they were like, bro, you're not finna be running back. Frank Gore is our running back. He's like the best running back in the history of Miami-Dade High School. Frank still got all the records. I seen Frank rush for 600 yards in one game. But I didn't know at the time. So I was like, in my mind, I'm like, everybody talking about Frank. I'm like, man, I don't see Frank, man. I'm like, I want to be running back. They're like, bro, you might as well not. They're like, you're never going to be the running back here. I remember how they told me. I felt disrespected a little bit, but they were like, you might as well play defense or something, or wide receiver or something. So I was like, all right, well, I want to play linebacker. And they're like, well, you too skinny for that. I'm like, well, all right, let me show you. Like, if I'm too skinny, then I'm too skinny then, but let me at least try. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Cause I know what time it is. You feel me? So like, all right. So my goal was to hit Frank so hard that they would think twice and maybe let me play running back. That was my goal. But I didn't tell nobody. I was just in my mind like, all right. I was like, all right, cool. I was like, all right, bet. Let me be like that. That's what I was thinking. So the first day we put on pads, right? This is how I got my reputation so fast. The first day we put on pads, they did the drill just like I wanted. It's so weird. They put me at linebacker. They put Frank on the other end. They had two blockers, and then there was a hitting drill. So Frank ran straight up the middle. I ran straight up the middle, and I promise you, and we was like 15 yards apart. I promise you, I tried my best to knock him out. Like I wanted to embarrass him. Like that in my mind, that's all I could see in my mind. I'm about to embarrass Frank. And so I ran full speed and I tried to hit him so hard. And when I hit him, I promise you when I hit Frank, it felt like I ran full speed into an oak tree. It was a bright white flash of light. It was the first time that ever happened. It was like all I seen was a white, like my vision went to it was like the Matrix. Like you know, remember in the movie The Matrix when Neo was like in the white room? It was like that. Like a white, like I when I hit him, we hit like this, bam, and then we just fell like this. But in my mind, I thought it was gonna be like I was gonna run through him. But that is not what happened. And when we fell down, he got up so fast, it was like my vision was starting to come back from the white, and I like seen him get up where I'm looking at his feet, but I'm still on the ground. So I like jumped up as quick as I could. I jumped up real quick and I was like, and you should have heard everybody went nuts. Everybody went nuts. They was like, oh, Lord, see, the coaches went nuts and they're like, oh, it took someone from California to come out here and show y'all not to be scared of Frank. And they was like, that's what I'm talking about. That's what they went crazy. But it's like, I hear everybody, but I don't. All I heard was like, so everybody hype, and all I want to do is just sit down for about 20 minutes. You feel me? Like, everybody hype. And I look at Frank, you know, and Frank, he got the gold teeth and all that. And Frank was like, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And I'm like, yeah. I'm trying to play it off. I'm trying to play it off and not fall down. I'm trying to play it off and not fall down for real. Like, and everyone was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And they're like, do it again. They're like, do it again. They made me do it again. So I went to praying at that point. I swear to God, I went to praying to God. I'm like, God, please help me through this. I was like, please help me through this, man. So we did it again, and I, you know, like the second time, I just wrapped them up. Like I went low, like wrapped them up, and like just like. Anyway, long story short, I was like, Frank, you raw. Like after that, I had all the respect. I'm like, Frank, you got that, man. I'll be linebacker. I don't want to be running back no more. But Frank, y'all should have seen Frank in high school. He was like a celebrity for real. Frank was a celebrity for real in high school. I seen Frank in a game we played Killian. I seen Frank stiff arm somebody, right? He was running down the sideline. Somebody ran up on him. He did a stiff arm, and he made Buddy do a whole backflip. He got stiff arm, and Buddy flipped in the air. He flipped all the way over and landed on his stomach. He did a backflip and landed on his stomach right in front of me. I was on the sideline. He stiff armed him and made him flip. I was like, when I see that, I was like. Anyway, the point that was random, but the point I was trying to make was like, I did all that exercising and all that. You feel me? I had got a full ride scholarship and played football and all that. I did all that. But I never liked exercising though. For real. Like I was always the one in the locker room trying to do the least amount. You feel me? Yeah, man. I'm just being real. Like same with FIU. Like I was like low key when it came to lifting weights. I was like, cause I was like a linebacker. I was the weakest one on the team in the weight room. But then I'm noticing on the field, I'm hitting though, like on the field, it's different. You know what I'm saying? Like people ain't had the same heart I had. So all that lifting heavy weights and all that, when we got on the field and we doing hitting drills, I'm running through you. So it's like, I kind of got it into my spirit way back then. Like all that lifting weights and all that is cool, but when it's action time, is really where your heart at. You feel me? That's how I feel. But yeah, so with the creatine and all that, I be seeing people in the comments, they be like, hey bro, you need to put on some muscle mass. I'm like, why is that what you thinking about? Why would you get in the comments and tell another man he need to put on muscle mass? That's low key a try, really, but like, why is that what you think about? Out of all the things, like I'm on a video telling you like, okay, don't eat this flour. This made me get big. This made me lose weight. And you in the comments telling me I need to put on muscle mass. What is you talking about? Anyways, so yeah, that's what I think about the creatine, man. You know what I mean? It's just exercise, man. Just push yourself. Exercise hard. You know what I mean? And you'll be all right. That's my personal opinion. Eat natural foods and exercise hard, man. You'll gain muscle. I mean, I think your energy would be better too. But like I said, I haven't put it to the test. Like I didn't go a month with the creatine and a month with all natural foods to see. I have never done that. Just being real. You know what I mean? Anyways, so let me ask y'all this, right? If you got value from this live, drop some 4s in the comments. Let me see you pull up and put it apart. YouTube, do me a favor, man. Smash the like button. Smash the like button if you already haven't smashed that. Drop some 4s in the comments if you got some value from this live. Now what I'm about to do is I'm about to phase into a Q&A. I want to answer some questions about weight loss, man. Like I say, my name is Jabez Israel. I got to go to help over 1 million people get down to their natural body size and stay there for life. I see the 4s dropping. Keisha, what they do, man. Bert's, what's good? Ja, what's good? L, I see you. Lauren, what they do, man. Dre, what's good? Bittersweet, I see you. Omega, what's good? Matthew, I see you, man. It's all love. Hurricane, what they do. So look, what I want to do, right? I want to answer some questions. Because like I said, I started a weight loss community and we're launching it on the 25th. I've seen Paris just join the presentation. I'm doing the last presentation to explain how you could join our coaching program, our group coaching program and weight loss community. And I'm going to be giving out 3 secrets as well. It's going to be a lit presentation. The last one I'm doing is on Monday, this Monday coming up at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. If you want to register for the presentation, it's free. I got the link underneath my profile picture. And that's that. So, you know, space is limited. So if you do want to like watch the presentation, I would suggest getting there like 5 minutes early because we got a lot of people registering. And I'm just excited, man. You know, we already got people that's paid to be in the reprogramming and weight loss community. It's a group of people waiting to begin on the 25th, which is Tuesday, is when we're going to start the whole 28-day process. So everybody that joins between now and Monday, the call on Monday, that'll be the group. It'll be the founding members group. And we're going to all go through a 28-day process together. So if it's something you're interested in, feel free to register for the free presentation and you can make your mind up from there what you want to do. You know what I mean? I got the link underneath my profile picture. Warm watermelon is good for the prostate, not cold. Interesting. I personally prefer my watermelon cold. But when it comes to health advice, that's not really my lane. My lane is weight loss. I'm learning more and more about like natural remedies and things like this, but I don't give that type of advice because that's not my lane. You feel me? My lane is just helping people lose weight while still eating the foods they love. So that brings me to the Q&A part of this live. Not weight loss related, but do you think that highly processed food has a lot to do with autism? I can't answer that from a point of knowing, but I do think that what I can answer from a point of knowing is that I was eating heavily processed food my whole life. From fast food to corner store food, chips, quarter juices, Little Debbie snacks. Natalie just joined the presentation. Looking forward to seeing you in there, Natalie. And I've been dealing with depression, anxiety. I was dealing with depression, anxiety, low energy, over the years, once I was getting past 25, my energy just started rapidly declining. I started gaining weight quicker, and my mind was foggy. I was not that creative. Um, um, and when I cleaned up the way I was eating and I started to cut out these processed foods, that was one of the main reasons why I was able to lose the weight I was able to lose. I was able to identify processed foods and how to switch them out for foods, the same version of that food that wasn't put through those processes. So minimally processed foods or just all natural foods, and just being able to identify them. And I made these switches, but I was still eating pasta, bread, rice, steak, chicken, cookies, cake, snacks, just better versions of all these things. Lisa, I just seen Lisa join the presentation. So as a result, over time, staying consistent. And this is the main thing. The main thing that matters in this whole situation is that this becomes a lifestyle. Kevin, I just seen Kevin join the presentation. My whole ambition in what I'm doing, like I'm not selling anybody on anything. The people that want to shop with me, but I'm just trying to expose reality, and I have vehicles in place where if people want to shop, they can shop. But the point what I'm trying to say is what I'm doing my best to influence people into is to have a mindset shift and to create a new lifestyle for themselves where you're intentional about being aware of what you're putting in your mouth, chewing up and swallowing in relation to if it's going to lead you towards weight gain or away from weight gain. And then to choose the things that lead you away from weight gain as a lifestyle choice for life. And so my whole thing is to I'm trying my best to be a messenger to guide people's minds towards having that mindset shift where it's not like, because I don't know if y'all can relate. Like for me, it was like eating healthy used to feel like a mission. If you can relate, drop a yes in the chat. Like when I had the thought, Bethia, I just seen Bethia join the presentation. Looking forward to seeing you in there. When I would have the thought about eating healthy food, it was like, I didn't really want to do it, but I know I should. That's how I used to think about it. If you could relate, drop a yes in the chat. It's like I know I need to do something. I'm overweight. I got to start eating healthy, but I didn't really want to though. If you could relate, drop a yes in the chat. Okay, so y'all, okay, I see y'all. Shelly, what's good, man? Ma, what's good? I see you. Justice, what's popping? I see y'all, man. I see the yeses. Kimberly, I'm sorry if I'm missing any questions. I'm about to get to a Q&A in a minute here. How much battery I got left? I'll probably be able to be on here in about another 25 minutes. I'm starting to get a little, like my energy's starting to come down a little bit. We've been on go for like 6 months. But, so check it, right? My whole thing is to help people have that mindset shift from that because what happened for me was, as I started to identify better versions of what I like to eat, right? It was like it went from feeling like that to like, I'm realizing I was still eating chicken. I was still eating burgers. I was still eating rice. I was still eating pasta. I was still eating snacks. You know what I mean? I was still eating the vegetables I liked and the fruits that I liked. I'm like, dang, I'm still eating what I like. And I'm noticing my weight coming down. I'm like, man, I could have been doing this. I was like, I had the mindset shift to where it was like, oh, I know what to do. I can do this. I want to do this. I don't want to go back to how I used to eat. When I had that mindset shift, that's when it was like, it was easy for me to stay consistent. And that's the whole thing. That's how I know the mindset part is the most important part of this whole thing. Valerie, I just seen Valerie join the presentation, and Gabby, I just seen Gabrielle. Looking forward to seeing y'all in there. How you pronounce my name right? That never happened. That's lie. It's all love. It's all love. Looking forward to seeing you in there, man. It's all love. Yeah, I'm surprised I did. Trust me, because it don't always happen. I'll be butchering names. My wife, she laugh at me. Bryce, I just seen Bryce join the presentation. Is love. Let's see who in here. I'm 34 years old, nutritional scientist. Your position on iodized salt could cause certinism in children, please resend your statement. Interesting name as the crime man. I'm a 34-year-old nutritional scientist. Why you made your name crime man? If you're trying to help people out here, why that's your name? I can't make this stuff up. I rest my case. I don't even want to explain myself to you. Your name is crime man. So I just go. Having children not eat iodized salt is gonna be a problem. All right, crime man. I'm not answering you. How about that? I wish you the best though, for real. I know that kind of came off as kind of slick. I don't like to do that. I don't like being slick, but sometimes I am. Karma, I just seen Karma join the presentation. Looking forward to seeing you. Looking forward to seeing you, man. All right. Bro, is that watermelon AI? No, this is a real watermelon. So what I want to do, I want to answer some weight loss questions. So, matter of fact, let's talk about salt. I'm going to talk about salt, then I want to ask y'all a specific question. All right, so when it comes to salt, right, when this was me, real talk though, crime man, or whoever else that's listening. Matter of fact, let me address it because it's real. When this was me, I like to give advice based on what I have done and what I was able to gauge results from. So I want to be very clear. I don't care if people believe me or not. That's not, my whole thing is just being honest. So look, this was me in 2014, right? You can notice there was inflammation in my eyes. You know what I mean? There was inflammation. I had inflammation around my like elbows and like ankles. And I like food with flavor. And my whole life, I always grew up on iodized salt. Like we would get the salt packet with the cardboard salt packets with like the pepper and the salt and pepper. Drop a 4 in the comment if you know what I'm talking about. It's like you can get it from the store. It's like you got the pepper, it's like a little cylinder, and then the salt, and they wrap it in plastic. You got the salt and pepper together. You ever seen them? Drop a 4 in the comments if you know about them salt and pepper packs. That's the only one we used to see coming up. It's like the salt and pepper. So the salt that's iodized salt. 99 out of 100 times when you buy them like that packed up. But you know, like we used to get the big Morton salt, the iodized salt. That's all I ever seen growing up. You know, and then I remember hearing like you needed the iodine as a part of a balanced diet and woo. So as I was on my journey, I came into a school of thought that was saying that the iodized salt is actually a chemical and that it leads to water retention and other concerning side effects. And so when I heard that school of thought, I did my due diligence. And you can go on YouTube and they actually have videos showing the process of making iodized white table salt. And when you look at the process of it and compare it to the definition, if you look up the definition of a chemical, you'll see that iodized white salt by definition is just a salty chemical, right? All right, cool, synthetic. So when I did that and I seen the process of the salt, and then I seen the process of making natural sea salt, I was like, let me make the switch from the iodized chemical salt to the natural sea salt, right? I made the switch. And within no more than 6 weeks, the inflammation in my face went down drastically. And my ankles went down drastically. It was a noticeable change, like just from looking in the mirror, the inflammation went away in my body and I lost weight. So I was like, all right, so yeah, that's how I know from experience that my body does better with natural salt as opposed to iodized salt. And that's why I choose to give my children natural salt. So everybody got to make their own choices out here, though. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to make your own choice. I'm not trying to force nobody into nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up with that. What's natural salt? So here go an example of a natural salt. Like this is a natural sea salt right here. So when you're looking at salt, when you look at the ingredients, you'll notice all that's in this is all natural sea salt. So another example would be like pink Himalayan salt, which is salt that come out of the Himalayan mountains. They mine it. And it's just mineral. It's just a big salt mineral, and they grind it up. So there's different type of salts. You got like Celtic sea salt. This is another example. This is a sea salt that come from the Celtic area. But you notice right here, all that's in the ingredients is sea salt. So there's nothing else. It wasn't put through a chemical process. And you can look at how this look. This Celtic salt, it look different. It's kind of like wet. They said it's got a lot of benefits. It's real salty though. When you cook with this Celtic salt, you don't need that much. I really like the way sea salt tastes better than the Celtic salt, but they say there's like minerals in this Celtic salt that's really good for you. It's expensive. So those are examples of natural salt. Yeah, but here's the thing, someone say, I heard that pink Himalayan salt contains heavy metals, and here's the thing, right? There's so many different conflicting opinions on social media and on the internet, to where it's literally every standpoint has an opposite standpoint. You feel me? Like nobody agrees. There's not one point that everybody on the world agree with. It's like everything got two different. So, and I'll be the first to say what I believe today could change. You get what I'm saying? What I believe today can change. So I encourage everybody to, when you make changes, since we're talking about food, when you make changes in what you eat, I encourage you to gauge the results for yourself. So this way, you don't get caught up in the research rabbit hole and we could think we know something. The only way to know something is to put it to practice and gauge the result over time and consistency. That's the only way to know. You get what I'm saying? So when you make a change in how you're eating, that's why I always say, I encourage you to get on the scale every morning after you use the bathroom and every night after your last meal before you lay down, and think about, what did I eat today and what did I eat yesterday? And then also, this way you can tell the way your weight is going to be going up and down and trending compared to what you eat. You'll be able to see what with the effect of what you eat is doing to your weight. Right? I'm just talking about consumption right now, nothing else. So that's one way of gauging. Another way is to pay close attention to how you feel. A lot of us don't pay close enough attention to how we feel after we eat. We're just not thinking about it. So I say this, for example, I love soul food. You know what I'm saying? Especially when people really know how to cook it. My people know how to cook. You know what I'm saying? For real. Macaroni, cheese, pigeon peas and rice, collard greens, baked chicken, fried fish, black-eyed peas. You know what I'm saying? Cabbage, cornbread, all that. You can go to different families, Thanksgiving meals, and you get a potato salad, a tuna salad. You get a taste of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? When you go around to the different families and you see how everybody cooking, I know a lot of people, and I've experienced a lot of different Thanksgiving meals. And I'm gonna be real with you. My families, the ones that I frequent, they're the best. You feel me? I'm telling you. So what I'm saying is, what I noticed when I would eat my family's Thanksgiving meal, give it about an hour, hour and a half, I'm ready to lay down somewhere. I notice I'll be sitting on the couch, be chopping it up. You know, we be all talking, chopping it up. Next thing you know, I'm dozing off. I'm looking at the game. It's the first quarter. I doze off. I wake back up. It's about to be halftime. I'm like, dang, what happened? They're like, yeah, bro, you just passed out. They're like, yeah, bro, you just passed out. That's that good food. I'm like, yeah, for real, boy. I'm telling you. But no. Actually, no, that's not the good food. It just tastes good. Katina, I just seen Katina place an order for one of the books. It's love, Katina. I feel better after I eat salads too. And so what I noticed exactly, now I eat the watermelon. Yup. Food coma. Yup. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. So that's what I'm saying. Like, takes me half the time to take a nap. I feel you, Miss Gallo. I mean, yeah. So that's the thing. Like, I wasn't paying attention. I just thought that was a thing. Like, you get the itis, man. That's that good food. You're gonna have to rest and sleep it off. But that was my. Now I realize that was my body. That was my body showing me that it's using a lot of energy to digest this food. It's taking all my energy just to digest the food I just put in my mouth, chewed up and swallowed. In hindsight, I realized the macaroni and cheese we used, the noodles that we used for the macaroni and cheese was made with flour that was put through the enrichment process. So it was made with processed flour, and then we got processed cheese in there. Then the pigeon peas and rice was made with Uncle Ben's long grain, parboiled enriched rice, processed rice. You feel me? We using complete season with all type of chemicals and seasonings that's going in there. The ham and the turkey baked in we using canola oil, vegetable oil, margarine in the mix floating in there. Processed food that tastes amazing. Good news though. Good news. You can cook all these dishes with better ingredients and you'll notice. This is what I'm saying. This is why I encourage people when you make these switches just to pay attention to how you feel. Good food is your energy going to stay the same or go up. And then you can gauge it from there. If it start going down a little bit, then or if it go down a lot, then it ain't good. Like, pay attention to how you feel. But then also like how it sit on your stomach. Like, if you feel uncomfortable in your stomach area, like you just bloated and just like, ugh. It ain't good. Your body telling you right there. Good food, it ain't gonna make you feel bad. I was programmed to think food was good if it tasted good. Now, I reprogram myself to feel like food is good if it make me feel good and taste good. But more importantly, feel good. Do the healthy foods you talk about help with weight gain? So that's a good question. And to be real with you, that's not my lane. I like to stay in my lane. You know what I mean? I haven't went through a process of putting weight on me eating the way that I eat. I have a suspicion, and this is what I think. I haven't put it to the test, and I'm getting on it. I got to get consistent, but I know I'm going to do it, of exercising consistently and eating good. And I believe I'll put the weight on, but I just haven't went through that process. But until I go through that process, I'm not going to be out here speaking publicly about it. You feel me? So I can help you with weight loss because I've went through that process and I've helped thousands of people go through that process, if that makes sense. I hope that helped. You better off going to somebody else that has gained weight eating in a good way, and they could tell you a strategy from experience, if that makes sense. How long can you keep a watermelon before cutting it? I just got, I don't know. Probably, if I have to think about it, maybe a couple weeks. I put them in the fridge. I always put it in a bag and just put it in the refrigerator. I try to eat it within a week. But you'll be able to tell when that thing start going bad, it start getting like slimy. Once you start to see that texture start get like, it's not firm, like I cut that thing up and throw it in the compost. If I didn't eat all of it by then. I want to thank you. I lost 20 pounds just by your books and cookbook. Danielle, I appreciate that. That means a lot to me. And when you leave comments like that, it helps. because other people see it and they know that it's real. So them comments, it mean a lot to me, man. And all of the people that have left Google reviews and testimonials and sent us video testimonials, man, my family appreciate it more than you know, man. Like I say, we know what it's like to be in poverty, and now, we getting more and more financially stable and learning more and more about financial literacy. And it's like I can see the light to being a millionaire and traveling the world and all of that. And it's just a blessing, man. But I think it's interesting to note too, like, because I used to be a hustler, like I used to be a proud hustler, like, but I don't consider myself a hustler anymore. I don't chase money anymore. I genuinely had a mindset shift. I made a choice to want to bring people value. And why I say, if you look at my page, it's an educational platform. Like, I'm intentional about this. If you look at my page, I give out the game. I've been giving out game this whole life. Like, the more value I intentionally bring, the more value I get. It's the weirdest thing, man. When I worked on myself and I worked on my craft of being good at bringing value and then putting offers together that are more valuable than the money that people exchange for them, because it's about the result. It's about the result. So my perception of value changed. As before, it was like, how can I make money? How can I get money fast? Now it's how can I bring as many people value as possible? How can I be the person that could bring value that brings about transformation? How can I be him? Let me work on me to be that, and let me start bringing the value. When doing that changed everything for me. I hope that helps somebody on this live, especially if you like how I used to be like a hustler, like I had chasing money. That mindset shift will change your life. Just stop thinking about the money and start thinking about how you can help people. And then the money will work itself out. Trust me. It'll work itself out. It'll blow your mind. I'm telling you. My mind is continually blown. Just like that. Like I ain't never had people before I had this mindset. Nobody ain't never like, thank you so much, bro. Like you helped my family. Like you helped me, I never got them type of compliments. I had people like, bro, your work A1, like when I was running around selling stuff, like people would tell me, boy, that was good. That was some fire work. But it wasn't about me. It was about a product that I was selling, like that really wasn't good for them. For real, I hope that hit somebody's spirit, because I know what it's like not to have the money, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't had the money because I had the wrong mindset. It's just like I got overweight because I had the wrong mindset. It was all mindset. I had the wrong mindset. I was lost and didn't even know it. Y'all be quiet for real. Let me ask y'all a question. If you gotta go to lose weight, what food or drink, what thing do you think it is? Like what is it that's your weakness? Like you feel like, what is it that you believe is making it hard for you to lose weight? Drop it in the comments, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you some advice that I know will help. All right, who put that? Young, ground beef, fried foods. Keisha, what they do? Fried food, carbs. Danielle, carbs, sugar. Bittersweet, I see with the sugar. Pizza and soda. So that fit in the carbs. The sweets, fried chicken, fried food, fried fast food, soda. All right. Carbs, I'm seeing carbs the most. Okay, so all right, so let me do carbs, and then I'm gonna do sweets. And then I'm gonna do fried foods. I'm gonna do these three. I'm gonna give these 3 tips, and then I gotta put my phones back on the charger, and I gotta knock off some things on my to-do list. All right, so first, carbs, soda, and fried foods. And for the people that put fast food, this fit all of those categories as well. But fast food, you want to just stop if you can. Trust me. But, and just eat what you want to eat, but just don't eat it from fast food restaurants. You gotta believe you can do that and just try it and just see what happens. You'll see the weight will start coming off you. But all right. So the carbs with the carbs, right? Most carbs, when it comes to these type of words, right? Carbs, calories, protein, etc. I believe that we have been programmed to look at these words and think we know what they are. Let me explain. If you were to put a piece of bread or a piece of pasta on a glass tray, right? Put a little liquid on there and then put the little glass tray on the top of it, put it underneath a microscope and look, and somebody give you a little pointer pen and they say, listen, point out the carb, isolate and pull to the side and identify the carbohydrate molecule. Point the carb out. If you wouldn't be able to point out the carb, drop me in the chat. Just keep it real. If you would have to point out the carb in that noodle under a microscope, if you couldn't do that, put me in the comments if you could not identify the carb. Keep it real. If you could not identify the carb, put a me in the comments. Danielle, I see you. Arizona born, I see you. Raindrop. Ski, I see you. Annam. Okay, good. So y'all keeping it real. Jessica, I see you. Lauren, what's good? Team Rocket, what they do? Okay. All right, so check it, right? This is why I'm saying, this is why I created the Eat What You Love and Way Less reprogram. I'm gonna be real with you because we've all been programmed and I'm doing my best to help people reprogram themselves. And that's why I started this, the Eat What You Love and Way Less reprogram. And I'm actually doing the last presentation on Monday for anybody that wanna join. It's free. I got the link underneath my profile picture. Feel free to join. It's free. I'm going to be going over how the reprogram that I started, which is a 28-day process that I'm bringing a group of people through. It's a group coaching process, and it's a weight loss community that we built out. That'll start. We're actually starting the process on the 25th. So during the presentation, I'll be explaining the process, and for anybody that want to join can join. And I'm going to be giving out 3 secrets. This is going to be lit. We've already done 2 of them, and this will be the last one on Monday. So if you want to join, it's free. I got the link underneath my profile picture. Feel free. But why I call it the reprogram is because we've been programmed. So I'm talking about carbs. So with the carbs, right? Nobody even know what a carb look like. So when I think about that, it blows my mind. A lot of us, we're trying to count carbs and we feel like carbs are our weakness, but we don't even know how to identify a carb. So why is it that we believing the carb is the issue if we don't even know what it looked like? Only reason we believe that is because we've been programmed to think that, because we hear it over and over and over. It's carbs and calories. Notice right here. When you look at the nutrition facts, you see the calories. So when it comes to carbs, really all carbs is like grains. Let's look at it and make it more real, like more simple. Like, how do I say this? There's a word that fascinates me. It's called pernicious. Katura, I just seen Katura join the presentation. Looking forward to seeing you in there. It's a word called pernicious, right? So if you look it up, it basically means to be evil or wicked in a real subtle and cunning way where most people wouldn't even understand or see it when it happened. But it's evil and wicked. It's called pernicious. So to me, these type of words, these scientific big long words are pernicious because it make things convoluted and hard to understand. And so then you got scientists and people out here speaking it in class. And then if you don't know the scientific name for a vitamin B, then it's like you should pay more attention in school and all of this. And everybody know that thiamine mononitrate, it's hard to even fix your mouth and say that. Carbohydrates, color, you see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, let's make it more simple. Carbs are basically like wheat, rice. Xavier, I just seen Xavier join the presentation. Looking forward to seeing you in there. Corn could be made into a carb, cornbread, things like this, like doughy things, like, things you can make into dough, or like rice, starchy things are like the carbs. Or now they using the word gluten. You know what I mean? But so when it comes to carbs, what I learned in my weight loss journey, it wasn't the grains that had to wait on me. It was the processed grains that was put through the enrichment process. That was the issue. As an example, and I talked about this about an hour ago on the live, this is an example of the wrong type of carb, but this is wheat. This is the wheat plant that was created by the creator of all things. Katina, I just seen Katina join the presentation as love. But it was put through the enrichment process. So if you notice right here, it say enriched. So if you feel like carbs is your weakness, good news. I lost 100 pounds still eating carbs. So look, anytime you want to identify if a grain was put through or a carb was put through the enrichment process, you want to read the ingredients and you want to not see these things. You see right here, it say bleached flour, then it say niacin, iron, thiamine mononitrate, riboflavin, folic acid, enzyme. These are all synthetic B vitamins and nutrients that was brought through a process of chemistry down to a powder form and added to the grain that was already put through a chemical process to remove the germ inside the germ of this grain, the natural riboflavin, niacin, thiamine mononitrate, and folic acid. Those natural nutrients was already in the germ of the grain. They removed it because it can spoil. And then they add synthetic nutrients to it because the synthetic nutrients don't spoil. But our body don't break it down the same way. So it leads to weight gain. It takes longer for our body to get rid of this. This is why people are getting overweight. Good news. Here go an example of flour. It says pizza flour, but don't worry. You can make this, you can make cookies. We make cookies with this, pancakes with this. You can make pasta with this, bread with this, whatever. Cakes. All you want to see in flour is the type of grain being used. All flour is wheat. So when you go out in the field and you get the wheat plant, you shake the wheat off the top of the plant, you dry it out, you grind it into a powder, and there it is. That's flour. That's natural flour. This, on the other hand, you get the wheat plant, you shake the wheat off, you put it through a bath of chemicals, you kill the germ out of the grain, then you grind it down into a powder, then you isolate riboflavin from somewhere. Notice they don't even got to tell you where it came from. Riboflavin is a B vitamin that is naturally found in potatoes and is also naturally found in pig blood. And is also naturally found, guess what? In human blood. Yeah, riboflavin is in our bodies. Yeah. And guess what? You can isolate it out of human blood or you can isolate it out of a potato and bring it through the synthetic process of chemistry down to a white powder form. I'm not saying that that's what they're doing, but I'm just saying we don't know. It just says riboflavin. They ain't say where they got it. So this is a process where they isolate the riboflavin from somewhere, the thiamine mononitrate from somewhere down to a powder form, and then they add those white powders to this white powder and they mix it up and sell it. So a lot of us, we feel like the carbs are the problem. But no, it's the processed grain that was the problem. This, when I switched from this to this, weight started coming off me. So for anybody that put carbs, if that made sense, drop a yes in the chat. If that made sense to anybody, drop a yes in the chat. UK, England in the building. Ricky, what they do, man? It's all love. Danielle, okay, good. Bittersweet, good. Jesse, good. If you're going to always read the ingredients, put I'm reading the ingredients in the comments. If you're going to always read the ingredients from now on, put I'm reading the ingredients in the comment. Drop I'm reading ingredients. I'm reading ingredients in the comments, man. The only way for us to know if we're trying to make changes to the way we're eating, we got to get more specific. We got to start looking at the ingredients. If you're going to start looking at the ingredients, put I'm reading ingredients. I see y'all. TLC. Like I said, we go into the details of this situation in my Eat What You Love and Way Less group coaching reprogram. And I'm doing a presentation. This is the last one. If you want to register, it's free This is going to be the only group that I bring through personally through this process, and we're going to turn it into a digital product after this. I got the link underneath my profile picture. We can only get 60 more people into this group. So if you want to join the presentation, it's free. Just to see what it's all about and to see if you want to join. Like I said, there ain't no pressures for anybody who want to do it. I got the link underneath my profile picture. So if you want to register, feel free. It's free. The link is right there. So yeah. So that's what's up with the grains. I'm running low on batteries. So what I said I was gonna do next. I hope that helped. So what I'm gonna do next is it was grains, and then it was fried food and sweets. All right. So fried food. With the fried food, right? I lost 80 pounds. I was still eating fried chicken and all that, French fries. I did make a change though. I used to eat Lamar. I just seen Lamar join the presentation. Looking forward to seeing you in there. Felicia, I just seen Felicia join the presentation. Looking forward to seeing you in there. I used to use all I ever seen growing up. Mia, I just seen Mia join the presentation. Looking forward to seeing you. Samaria, they coming in too fast at this point. Kendra, or Kennard, I just seen Kennard join. All I used to see growing up, I'm sorry if I don't catch y'all names. There's too many coming in at this point. All praise is due to the creator of all things. Was canola oil and vegetable oil. Them was the only two oils I seen growing up. When it came to frying food, I heard some people say canola oil was better, and I heard some people say vegetable oil was better. So I didn't really know what to think. If you ever heard both, drop a yes in the chat if you ever heard that. Like some people would be like, no, you need to use the vegetable oil. And the other people was like, nah, the canola oil actually better. Rodney, Donald, I'm seeing the registrations coming in for the presentation. Looking forward to seeing all y'all in there, man. I see the yeses. Rick, what they do, man. Jesse, what's good? Chris, Cody, I just seen Cody join the presentation. Looking forward to seeing everybody in there, man. Sherry. Okay. So here's the thing, right? When I learned when I shifted my focus to the oils, right? The first good decision that I made, because when it comes to frying food, also you got to look at sauteing food. But the first good decision I made was to get off the margarine and go to the butter. Because all you got to do is read the ingredients in the margarine and you could see that is a chemical. So I made the switch from the margarine to the natural cow butter and I lost weight. And then years later, I made the switch from the butter to the coconut oil and I lost more weight. So that's how I know coconut oil better than all of them. But when it comes to the canola oil and the vegetable oil, I found out about the process of making them. And the canola oil, not cold pressed canola oil, I'm talking about canola oil that's sold in the stores here that everybody know and get. That is a chemical oil. And same with the vegetable oil. And the way to find out is to look up, you could watch a video on YouTube. They show you how to make it. Search the video, how to make store-bought processed canola oil. You got to put it like that. If not, they're going to show you the cold pressed canola oil, which is way better for you than the processed canola oil. When you look up the process of making it, you'll see by definition, it's a chemical. That final product is a chemical. Same with the vegetable oil. The processed vegetable oil, it's a chemical. So when I learned that, I was like, dang. So I made the switch to olive oil. Because at the time when I was 100 pounds overweight, I'm seeing all the registrations pull up. We're doing our last presentation before we launch this weight loss community and group coaching program, Eat What You Love and Way Less Reprogram. I got the link to register under my profile picture for anybody that want to register. Feel free. It's going to be lit, man. But so I made the switch because I was on a budget. The first switch I made to was any olive oil that fit my budget. I ain't even going to cap. Because, you know, some olive oils are more processed than other olive oils. But what I'm saying is I just got any olive oil that fit my budget and my weight started coming down. I wasn't making no other switch at the time. That was the only switch I made. I went from the canola oil to the olive oil. And the weight started coming down. And then what I started doing, I started frying my food. Instead of using the deep fryer, I was using the cast iron skillet. So I didn't have to have so much of it at a time. And I would fry one half and flip it. And it was still fire. I was still eating, you know, chicken and French fries and all that. My weight started coming down. But you know, like natural, you want to use oils that are more put through a more of a natural process. So when it comes to fried foods, if you make that switch, you'll see. If you don't believe me, try it. You'll see. But like like olive oil, grapeseed oil, coconut oil, walnut oil, different. There's all different avocado oil. You know what I'm saying? The grapeseed, yep, that grapeseed, I use that too. Blanca, I just seen Blanca register for the presentation. Looking forward to seeing you in there, Blanca. Sunshine, looking forward to seeing you in the presentation. Danielle, like I said, we got the presentation link up underneath my profile picture. If you want to register, it's free. I'm going to be explaining how our weight loss reprogram and weight loss community can help you lose the weight you want to lose. Feel free to register if you want. The last one we're doing will be on Monday before we kick this thing off on the 25th. And then the last thing I was going to talk about was the sweets. So with the sweets, right? I hope that helped. If that helped, drop a yes in the chat with the fried foods. If that helped, drop a yes in the chat with the fried foods. Because I used to think that I needed to quit fried foods to lose weight. But then I noticed I was still eating fried foods and I was losing weight. So I was like, huh. You know what I mean? I eat fried foods to this day. I don't eat chicken like I used to. But I still do, French fries if I want them. You know what I mean? I'd be frying mushrooms. You know what I mean? Fried fish. I see the yeses dropping. There we go. Jacqueline, I just seen Jacqueline join the presentation. I'm glad, man. So when it comes to this all of this game, again, the only way to know if it's true or not for you is to apply it, stay consistent, and gauge the result by one, getting on the scale twice a day, once in the morning after you use the bathroom, once at night, so you can see the way your weight fluctuate compared to what you're eating. Think about, what did I eat today? What did I eat yesterday? And also, when you eat, pay close attention to how you feel. Especially when you eat what you used to eating. When you start making these switches, if you have a day where you relapse and you eat something that, you eat something fried in canola oil, you at the family function or whatever. Charmaine, I just seen it. Don't beat yourself up. Look at it like a science experiment, man. Get curious about this. Like if you at the family house and everybody's there kicking it and they frying some chicken and it's your auntie or whoever and you already know what time it is and you like, man, I'm about to eat some of this. Pay attention to how you feel. You eat it. But eat it from a different angle, though. You get what I'm saying? Like, think about how it's sitting in your stomach. Really get inside your body and pay attention to the way your stomach feels. Pay attention to your energy level. See if you get how tired you get. And then take note. And then the next time you eat fried chicken with the different oil, with the grapeseed oil or the avocado oil or whatever you choose, that's not the canola or the vegetable, pay attention to how you feel. Pay attention to your energy level. If it makes sense what I'm saying, drop a yes in the chat. If it makes sense what I'm saying, drop a yes in the chat. This is how you get to the truth. Don't take my word for it. Trust me, man. Don't take nobody's word for nothing. We got to put things to practice. That's the only way to know. I see y'all. Okay, Danielle, I see y'all. That's what it is, man. My whole thing is helping people get results. That's what it is, man. All talking and all that talking. I'm not on here spending all this time talking for nothing. Hold on, y'all. All right, y'all, and we about to wrap this thing up. The last thing I want to talk about is sweets. All right, because some people were saying sweets is their weakness. Check this out. If sweets is your weakness, if you feel like sweets is making it hard for you to lose weight, drop a yes in the chat. I got about 5% battery left. If the phone should go black, if my live drop before I wrap it up, it's because my battery died. I'm gonna try to make it through the sweets. Okay, yes, I see the yeses. Kim, if you feel like sweets is your weakness and making it hard for you to lose weight, Latasha, I just seen you join the presentation. It's all love. Looking forward to seeing you in there. Sherry, all right, True, what's good? Jackie, Tristan, I see you. KK, Pamela, oh man, Lee, what's good? Sam, all right, so look, if you drop the yes, this is gonna help you. Check this out. I lost 100 pounds. I eat sweets to this day. Straight up, so good. Good news, you can still eat the sweets and lose weight. And I've helped a lot of people do the same thing. So here we go. With the sweets, the main problem that I was doing to myself and I didn't know was I was eating the wrong type of sugar. So let me show you. Let me show you what I'm talking about. All right? Let me show you what I'm talking about. I need to buy Dang, I don't have the container. I threw it away. But I'll show you this one as a backup. But this is the kind of sugar that I grew up on, the white granulated table sugar. If this the sugar that you use, Diana, I just seen you join the presentation. Looking forward to seeing you. If this the sugar that you use, put a yes in the comments. If this is familiar to you, you grew up on it, the white granulated, they got this. Domino is a big brand too. The white sugar, you know what I mean? You use it for baking and put it on your cereal, whatever. If this the one that you use, drop a yes in the comments. Carol, let me see who I can help on this. Lady, what's good? Raindrop. Okay. Tammy, good. I like all y'all that's keeping it real. S1, what's good? Tamika, I just seen Tamika join the presentation. Looking forward to seeing you. Wilma. All right, cool. So look. When you see right here where it says granulated, this is specifying the process. I used to think when I seen granulated, it was just like because it was like a grain. So I didn't know that this is actually a specific process. Just like the enrichment process. If you see enriched, I thought that when I used to see enriched, I thought that meant it was good. You see what I'm saying? This is why I say there's a lot of games getting played that are pernicious, subtly wicked and cunning. You wouldn't even notice it. So granulated is actually a specific process. So, okay, it's the granulation process. So you can look it up on YouTube. They got videos. You can look up how to make granulated white table sugar. Alexis, I seen Alexis join the presentation. Is love. And you'll see. Because it started out as a sugarcane plant. And they bring it through a heavily chemical process to get to this point. And if you look up the definition of the word drug, and then you look up the definition of the word chemical, and then you look up all the synonyms and words similar for both words, and look up those words, you'll get a full understanding of what a chemical is and what a drug is. And then when you watch the video of how to make this, you'll see by definition, this is a sweet chemical drug. By definition. So, and that's why I say it's some of these tactics, man, they get us when we're kids with the white sugar. They sell sugar to us when we're kids. It's in all the candy, all the bright colored candies, all the cartoons and all the promotion and Halloween and Christmas, everything is all geared towards making kids get hooked on candy and sugar. This type of sugar. Well, one of the side effects, because it's hard for our bodies to break this down, we're not compatible with this in any kind of way. One of the side effects is weight gain. Good news, you can get raw organic cane sugar. This is an example right here. This is actually brown sugar, but it's similar. But you see right here is regenerative organic light brown sugar. But you can get, they got this in Walmart. They got this in all types. When you go to the sugar section, just start paying attention, where you'll see raw organic cane sugar. That process, it's almost like this color. It's a browner color. That process of the sugarcane plant is way less of a process. Way less of a process. And when I made the switch from this sugar to this sugar, I was still eating sweets. I just wasn't eating sweets made with this sugar. Weight started coming off. So then I had to pay attention when things were pre-made. What kind of sugar y'all using? Or I gotta read the ingredients. So when it comes to cookies, I like cakes, cookies. You know what I'm saying? What I started doing to get the sweets that I wanted, a lot of times I make them myself with the right ingredients. And this one I'm still eating sweets. And I noticed when I did that, the weight came off, and now I keep it off. Still eating sweets when I want. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, you want to avoid the granulated sugar, and you want to go towards the natural sugars. As an example, like raw organic cane sugar, or, you know, like you got agave, date syrup, coconut sugar. When you go to the sugar aisle, when you're looking at the sugar section, just look. Yeah. There's options. And start experimenting. Again, and weigh yourself when you're making these changes. Pay attention to how you feel. You know, find the one that you like the way it tastes, and buy them. Peanut say it's hard. What's hard, Peanut? Date syrup is so good. There you go. You know what I'm saying? Like once you start experimenting with things, you'll be surprised. There's so many things out here that was here the whole time. Someone said that's not right. Yeah, this watermelon, it wasn't all the way there yet. It was still good enough though, but it's hard to know how to pick a watermelon, man. I be trying. So so another thing when it comes to the sweets, another thing is the high fructose corn syrup. Granulated white sugar and high fructose corn syrup are the top leading causes of obesity in America. The high fructose corn syrup is in a lot of processed foods, and that is bad. That gets stuck up in our body crazy. So, it's in a lot of sodas. It's in a lot of snacks and cookies and cakes that's pre-made. You want to avoid the high fructose corn syrup like the plague. So when it comes to, what I'm on, a part of this lifestyle is learning how to prepare our own food. Again, that's why I call it the Eat What You Love and Way Less Reprogram. And I'm going to wrap it up like this, y'all. Isa, I just seen Isa join the presentation. Looking forward to seeing you. Or Izzy, excuse me. I call it the Eat What You Love and Way Less Reprogram because I'm taking people through a 28-day reprogramming process where I'm helping to reprogram your mind to be aware of how to choose the right options available in stores and restaurants. We've been programmed. The program now is, what do I got a taste for? And then I go and I get what I got a taste for. That's the program. Meanwhile, 80% almost of this country is overweight. And if you look at the grocery stores and restaurants, when you start to get aware of how to see if you're choosing better versions of what you like to eat, you'll see it's probably 80%. Kimberly, I seen you just joined the presentation. Looking forward to seeing you in there. You'll see like 80% of the options will lead you towards weight gain. And 20% of the options, good news, will lead you away from weight gain. So this is why we got to reprogram ourselves to be aware of how to identify the 20%. Once we know where to go to look to find what we want, now what we got to do is keep making that choice. But when you're on this path, a part of this path and lifestyle is being aware of how to put our own foods together and cook and prepare foods for ourselves so we're not depending on other entities to prepare our food for us. Lee, I just seen you join the presentation. Looking forward to seeing you. When we put our well-being in the hands of other people and we don't know how to provide a service for ourselves, like cooking, if we don't know how to do that for ourselves, we're putting our well-being in the hands of other people because they're preparing the food that we're putting into our temple, chewing up and swallowing. So it's very vital that we take on a mindset that I'm going to know how to prepare my own food. It's unfortunate, but there's a lot of people out here. Now, I ain't going to say a lot of people. There are a lot of options out here that do not have our best intentions at heart. It's more of a money thing. So that's why I call it Eat What You Love and Way Less Reprogram. I'm helping. The Eat What You Love and Way Less Reprogram is a 28-day process. I'm taking a group of people through to have a mindset shift, to be aware of how to choose the right versions and to want to choose the right versions, to know how to choose the right versions of the foods we already love to eat. Once we have this mindset shift, it's easy to stay on track with this. I'm doing a presentation on Monday. It's the last presentation before we kick this thing off. The people that's in this group is going to be a founding member. I'm going to get to know everybody in this group. We already got a group of people that's registered. We can only get 60 more people in here to be able to provide quality service. So if you want to join the presentation, it's free. I'm going to be giving out 3 secrets, and I'm going to be giving the offer for the reprogram opportunity and weight loss community. And then you can make your mind up what you want to do from there. If you want to join the presentation, it's free. I got the link underneath my profile picture. If you want to register, feel free. Like I say, the last one that we're doing is Monday. And then we're starting the actual 28-day reprogram process on Tuesday the 25th. And I'm gassed up about it, man. I'm telling you, I already can see all the testimonials and all the relationships that are going to happen and all the connections is going to be lit. My brothers and sisters, if this live helped out, drop some 4s in the comments. I want to see some fours. If this live helped you out, drop some fours in the comments, man. Let me see who this live helped, man. If this was informative, if you got some good information, tap the screen, tap the like button if you on YouTube. I see y'all. Bittersweet Sunrise. It's all love. Lynn, L, I seen you been thugging through this whole thing. Lynn, what's good? D, Ben, what's good? Oh, man, Michelle, what's good? Lauren, True Love, what's good? I seen Rita just join the presentation. Remember, this is the last presentation. I got the link to register right up underneath my profile picture. Feel free to register. And I'm going to end the live like this. Terry, I just seen Terry join the presentation. Alicia, I just seen Alicia join the presentation. Remember, I got that link to register. If you're going to pull up, I think it's going to be a packed house. Get there 5 minutes early. I'm going to end the live like this. If you got to go to lose weight, I encourage you to look up. Let me say it like this. If you got to go to lose weight, I encourage you to love yourself more than the love that you have for the convenience of unhealthy food options. Having this mindset make it easier for me to stay on course. I've been programmed to love convenience. Patrice, I just seen Patrice join the presentation. Michelle, I seen Michelle join. Eddie, I'm looking forward to seeing y'all. I've been programmed to love convenience, but I reprogram myself to love myself over that love of convenience. But if you got to go to lose weight, if I'm telling you this right here, and I'm gonna get more into detail about this into my in the group coaching and all of this, because this again is mindset, and this is part of mindset work that will transform your life. I encourage you to look up the definition of love. When you get off this live, go on your phone and Google search definition of love. Read the word, the explanation, the sentences, and then also read the synonyms, or on Google it says similar, and then all them words will pop up. Look at all those words, and then you'll get an awareness of what love is, right? When you look it up, you'll see that love is a feeling word. I used to feel like love was more of an action. Like if you love me, you'll show me by action. But nah, that ain't even what love is. Love is a feeling. Ain't got nothing to do with action. It's just got to do with a feeling. And surprising enough, lust is within the feeling of love. That one made me go, huh? Yeah. Lust is within the feeling of love. Only way to know is to look up them synonyms and words similar. Though that's where the tricks. If you want to get your mind blown, check this out. The English language is the only language created that fit this box. It was the only language since the original language, which is either, arguably they say Hebrew or Arabic. But all languages stem from that language, right? There's only one language created that was created by a group of spellcasters. And that's the English language. Like wizards that cast spells. Nicholas, I just seen Nicholas join the presentation.
Nicholas?
Yeah, Nicholas.
Nicholas?
It might have been Nicholas. It looked like Nicholas. But then, a group of spellcasters. That's why they call it spelling. So within each word, there are a lot of spells. And so it's good to get aware. So when you look up, to understand what a word is, that's the best way. Now we're talking about etymology, but that's the best way. You want to look at the sentences that explain the word, and then all the synonyms. On Google, it says words similar, and study those words the same way. And then you'll get a full idea of what it means when you say these things. And then when we say these words, we're casting spells into the ethers, and the reverberation comes back to us like a magnet. That's why it's called spelling. So that's the way this language was designed. So when you start to learn what words, you could be more intentional about the way you use in your words. I've been doing this since 2020, and I know this is a big part of why I'm at where I'm at now. I'm very intentional about the words that I'm using and learning how to use them and what they mean. So I encourage you to look up the word love, because remember I said if you got to go to lose weight, I want you to love yourself more than the love that you have for the convenience of unhealthy food options. And then what I want you to do is I want you to look up the word care. Because I thought that love was the action word. But then I was like, well, then what's a better word to use than love? And I looked up the word care and I found it. I'm like, this is the word I'm going to start using. Care, you'll see, is an action word. When I care for you, that means I'm going to do things that show you I care. Care ain't a feeling. Care is an action. For me to take care, for me to use care, care is action has to be involved for me to actually care. I can't say I care and I'm not doing action. I'm misusing the word and I'm lying at that point, whether I'm aware of it or not. So the only way to know what care means is to do the same thing. Look up the definition when you get off this live for yourself, and look at the words that explains it, the sentence, and then look up all the synonyms, words similar, and study them the same way, and you'll get a full understanding of what care means. And at that point, what I want you to do is tell yourself, I care about myself more than the way I care about convenience. I feel like I just said that. If you gotta go to lose weight, the Eat What You Love and Way Less reprogram will help, man. I'm taking a group of people through a 28-day process. We're kicking this thing off on the 25th, the 24th. I'm doing the last presentation to explain everything. It's free if you want to register for the presentation. We already got a group of people. We can only get 60 more people into this 28-day process. If you're interested, join the presentation. It's free. I got the link up underneath my profile picture. My brothers and sisters, I hope this live helped. Prayers up, blessings up. I'm out of here, man.